Taking a look at the 4 through 7 day forecast for the La Crosse area. For Monday night, partly cloudy. Lows in the mid-50s. North winds 5 to 10 miles an hour. Tuesday, mostly sunny. Highs around 80. For Tuesday night, clear. Lows in the upper 50s. Wednesday, sunny. Highs in the mid-80s. For Wednesday night, mostly clear. Lows in the upper 50s. Thursday, mostly sunny. Highs in the lower 80s. For Thursday night, partly cloudy. Lows in the upper 50s. Friday, mostly sunny. Highs in the lower 80s. For Friday night, partly cloudy. Lows in the lower 60s. Saturday, mostly sunny. Highs in the mid-80s. Now here is the hazardous weather outlook for portions of southeast Minnesota, northeast Iowa, and southwest into central Wisconsin. For today and tonight, showers and storms today and tonight producing periods of heavy rain. Several inches of accumulation are possible, which will result in localized flooding, potentially widespread if storms repeat over locations. In addition, a few storms could be strong, potentially severe, with a wind and hail threat. Hot and humid this afternoon with highest heat indices ranging from 95 to 105. And now the extended outlook for the period Sunday through Friday. Showers and storms Sunday producing periods of heavy rain. Several inches of accumulation are possible, which may result in localized flooding. Spotter information statement, no action needed. Emergency management coordination, no webinar is scheduled. This is a summary of hazardous weather for the La Crosse and Winona listening area. A flood watch is in effect from 10 p.m. Saturday until 10 a.m. Sunday for Allamakee, Buffalo, Crawford, Houston, Jackson, La Crosse, Monroe, Trempealeau, Vernon, and Winona counties. For more information,
Alrighty, my friends, what is going on? And happy Saturday to you guys out there. Hope y'all are having a great day so far. Hope you guys have been staying safe. We got ourselves a bit of severe weather that's currently starting to kick off here across portions of the Midwest. But anyways, guys, hope y'all are doing great. Glad to have you guys here for today. Let's go ahead and see who is here. Let's see, Tornado Analysis is here. What's up? Moo is here as well. Christian, Tracy, Tornado Man, Skywatcher as well. Let's see here. We also have Coaster Enthusiast here as well. Glad to have you here. Thank you so much. Let's see. Coaster Enthusiast says 1 minute too late. Yeah, we're sorry about that. Yeah, we're ready to go now. We're definitely good here. Let's see here. Hey, Andrew, and hello, everyone, says Christian. What's up, Christian? Hope you're doing all right. Haley says, hi, everyone, and Andrew, what's up? Frank has become a member, or is now a member for 3 months. Thank you so much there, Frank. Greatly appreciated. Saying 3 months already. It's been crazy, huh? Yeah, definitely time does fly. Well, thank you so much, Frank. Greatly appreciated. Let's see here. Rain says hi. What's up? Aiden says hi as well. Ben, the good guy, says what's up? What's up? Hope you're doing great here. Let's see. Jakey says hi as well. What's up, Jakey? Hope you're doing all right, my friend. Glad to have you here. So, let's go ahead and jump on into it, my friends. We got ourselves a slight risk here for today. We got ourselves a severe weather threat that we are looking at here. We actually already do have a severe thunderstorm warning that's in place here. Like I said, we waited a little bit, but we now have ourselves a severe warning that's now in effect here. So, anyways, we're moving towards portions of obviously northern Iowa at this point. Directly due west of Mason City, we have ourselves a severe thunderstorm warning for areas here of Whitmore, portions of Fenton included, portions of West Bend, Mollard, as well as Arshire. So this is for 60-mile-per-hour wind gusts and nickel-size hail. So we could expect some gusty winds, obviously up to 60 miles per hour being possible, and even maybe some hail also as well. Let's see here. But yeah, so that's what we are looking at here at the moment. Let's see here. Hello, everyone. Can you tell me what's going on here in El Dorado, Arkansas, please? So I will let you know right now, anywhere in Arkansas, no matter where you're at, including El Dorado, we're not expecting any severe weather for today. So you're actually looking okay, my friend. You are looking absolutely fine. So anything like that, yeah, you're looking all right here. Let's see here. Jakey says, nice haircut. Thank you so much. Yeah, I just got it before I went live today. Greatly appreciated. Let's see here. Christian says, I've been storm chasing Andrew. A nice haircut. Well, greatly appreciate you guys. Thank you, Jakey and Christian. Let's see here. Ches Gamer says, hi. What's up? Hope you're doing great. Sleepy says a moderately rotating wall cloud has been reported. Storm chase, or hold on, it's been reported storm chaser with severe warning in Iowa. So you're telling me that there has been a reported wall cloud with this? Let's check on velocity. Let's see what's going on with this guy. Well, you know what? Let's see. Is there any closer radar? I think Des Moines radar might be our best option here. Let's grab this radar view here. Let's take a look at velocity. We'll wait for it to load here for a second. Well, you know, honestly, I kind of believe that. It does kind of look like we might have a bit of rotation towards, you know, east of Ayrshire, north of Curlew. It kind of looks like it. It does kind of look like we might have a bit of broad rotation. Let's see here. We'll continue watching it, though. Wow. Okay, this might be something we need to watch out for. This thing might eventually go tornado warning if it does continue on its trajectory. We'll see how this goes here. Let's see here. Baby says, what way is this moving? So these storms today are moving east. They're moving eastward. You can actually see right now, if you pull back the main screen, you can see how the storms are they're tracking eastward. I guess eastward would be this way for you guys. So yeah, they are moving eastward here for today. But like I was saying, though, I mean, yeah, obviously, if we look at it, it does kind of look like we are having a bit of rotation here. Just right here, just northwest of Mallard, north of Curlew. Curlew, I think it's how you pronounce that, but right in here, bit of broad rotation. So that might be something we need to watch out for over the next few hours, as this thing could maybe go tornadic. We'll see. We will see how this works. Let's see here. How are we looking in Salem, Kentucky? So, personally, here in Kentucky, where I'm at anyways, near the Louisville area, we've been seeing lots of thunderstorm action here today. But for the most part, you know, honestly, we're relatively fine. Most of these are not supposed to be severe. We're looking relatively okay. Like I said, the main concern for today is the areas here in, you know, the dark green, obviously here in the yellow as well. Anywhere across these locations, it kind of looks like a bird of some sort here with the outlook here. But anyways, but like I was saying, though, anywhere in the dark green and in the yellow today, you got yourself a possible severe threat. Obviously, a better chance of seeing severe weather across the yellow. Really across portions of northern, you know, northern Iowa, southeastern Minnesota, as well as west central or southwestern Wisconsin here. So that is kind of what we are looking at here. Anyways, let's see. We got ourselves. Moose says, nice haircut. Thank you so much. Greatly appreciated. Ches says, I'm under an aerial flood warning. Well, obviously, stay safe there, my friend. If you have any questions, let me know. Let's see here. I've been watching Radar all day, says Christian. Okay, so it's good to see that you're keeping up with it. Spotter Network on Twitter has the report. Okay. Thank you for, you know, for saying that there, Slippy. Really appreciate it. Haley says, what's the severe weather risk here for Kansas City Metro for tomorrow? Okay, so obviously for today we don't have anything, but for tomorrow, still, we're not expecting any severe weather really anywhere tomorrow. If you can look right here, it's just all in the light green, which is basically saying, I mean, for the areas here in the light green, a few thunderstorms, a few showers could happen. I mean, obviously, it could happen. A few showers or thunderstorms could happen anywhere in the light green, but we really don't have a severe weather threat tomorrow. I mean, we're looking relatively fine for the most part. We're not expecting any severe weather to occur. Like I was saying, though, for today, though, yeah, that's a bit of a different story across portions of, you know, the Central Plains into the Midwest. That's where we are seeing that. But that is what we are seeing. Let's see here. But yeah, so that is what we're paying attention to. So stay safe there, Haley. Like I said, for the most part, we're not expecting anything. Let's see here. But yeah, so that's what we're looking at. Anti says, sup, Andrew? Nice cut. Looking slick. Well, thank you so much. Greatly appreciated. Yeah, I just got it just before this, just before I went on live here. I definitely needed it. If you look at my last live stream, you'll see what I'm talking about. My hair was nuts. I really don't like my hair that long. I like it short like this. I like getting buzz cuts. Obviously, it's pretty cool. But anyways, let's see here. Eddie says, we're expecting storms here in Illinois tomorrow. So, like we were just looking at here as well, I mean, like I said, for the most part, yeah, we can still have some storms, but they're not supposed to be severe. You know, obviously, they're not supposed to really be severe. You can obviously see here in portions of Illinois, you can actually see here that there is that generalized thunderstorm threat, that basically that light green threat, which is basically saying, hey, you know, honestly, a few storms could happen, a few showers, a few rumbles of thunder could definitely be possible, but for the most part, they're not supposed to get anything too crazy. Anyways, but yeah, so that is what we're looking at for Illinois. Let's see here. Christian says that could be upgraded tomorrow. I don't know. We'll see how tomorrow plays out. I'm not going to be able to go live tomorrow because I'm actually going out of town here tomorrow. So, but anyways, let's see here. Des Moines, Iowa. So yeah, for Des Moines, actually for today, we're not really expecting any severe weather. The main threat is just north of the Des Moines region here for today. So if you're wondering that, we're looking all right. Anyways, but yeah. Let's see here. Colin says, fresh cut, bud. Like it. Thank you so much. Greatly appreciated. Ches says, what's the weather where I'm at? Very thundery. We've been having on and off scattered thunderstorms today all day long here. Let's see here. Just wondering. Yep. That is what we are seeing here. Let's see. Coaster Enthusiast says 2 severe thunderstorm warnings in North Carolina. So yeah, I was actually looking at that here a second ago towards portions of Raleigh. East of Raleigh, actually. Let's actually grab a radar scan here. I actually want to look at it. See what's going on with these guys. They're actually both warned for 60-mile-per-hour winds, and obviously, maybe some penny-sized hail as well. But, that's kind of, hail's not really a big concern out of these storms. It's mostly just maybe some gusty winds could possibly happen here. If we take a look at reflectivity, yeah, you can see a little bit of, a lot of scatteredness. I mean, we obviously have a pretty decent amount of storms here still kicking off in Virginia, too. Yesterday, we had some pretty nasty storms roll through. But like I said, we obviously have a few more that's going on now, but they're really not severe. Let's see. So, yeah, obviously towards Richmond and up a little bit more to the north here, we got a few storms going on here at the moment. Honestly, expect this to be continuous throughout the rest of today, really. But like I said, they're not supposed to be severe. But like I said, obviously, what we're watching out for is the severe weather here in the Midwest. I mean, obviously, portions of, areas that could see severe weather today does include portions of Wyoming, areas of Colorado, Nebraska, portions of very far southeastern South Dakota, central and northern Iowa. Like I said, this is not including Des Moines, south here of Minnesota, as well as central and western Wisconsin. Those are the areas we are seeing the possibility of severe weather for today. Other areas than that, we're not expecting severe weather. But like I said, anywhere here in the light green, we're not going to say all the states here that's listed, but you can kind of tell anywhere here in the light green, that is where we are seeing the possibility of a few storms. A few showers could occur. Like I said, we do have a few severe storms in North Carolina, but like I said, there is no severe threat. But like I said, obviously, with that being said, I mean, it's not totally impossible that severe weather can, not happen. It's just not expected to occur across those locations, if that makes any sense. But while severe weather is expected across portions of the Midwest, and we actually do have ourselves, like I said, that first severe thunderstorm warning that's popping up here, right here in basically northwestern Iowa, directly west of Interstate 35, east of Interstate 29, kind of right between the two interstates here. Areas here of Ruthven, portions of Ayrshire, Mullard included, portions here of Emmitsburg, Whitmore, portions of Rodman, West Bend, and Fenton. There's a severe thunderstorm warning in effect for a half hour longer. Let's see, the time is currently 6:14, so this is in the central time zone. So this will be in effect until, in this case, 5:45. Okay, in this case, 5:45 Central Time, or local time, 6:45 Eastern, if you guys are following on the Eastern Time Zone, like I am. But yeah, so that's kind of what we are seeing here with that cell. Like I said, for the most part, it's mostly just, some wind gusts up to 60 miles per hour, which is the main concern. Maybe some small hail up to nickel size, but 0.88 inches is not considered severe. So we're not really worried about the, like I said, obviously not really worried about the, the hail out of this event, but we're expected about the, more the damaging winds. But as we do progress, as these storms do progress eastward, as they do move eastward here, as we progress here in the next few hours, we are actually going to notice that these storms might actually grow the hail characteristics. It might be a possibility. Like I said, there is actually a hail threat for today. The main threat's damaging winds, followed by the hail threat. And like I said, tornadoes, once again, as yesterday, similar to yesterday, well, we're not really expecting any tornadoes to occur. But speaking of which here, we should actually pull back up velocity with this storm here. Because like we were saying here, there was a reported rotating wall cloud with this severe thunderstorm warning that just happened here a minute ago. So let's actually pull up the latest velocity scan, and we'll see what's happening here. Okay, so it kind of looks like it's depleting a little bit. Looks like it might be kind of fading out. You can see on the previous scan, directly north of Curlew, that was an area of rotation that we were looking at, but the latest scan is kind of starting to prove otherwise. Maybe a bit of broad, weak rotation still occurring. As you can obviously tell, the greens and the reds relatively close together, moving away and towards the radar. But it kind of looks like it might be depleting a little bit. But anyways, I mean, yeah, it was actually looking like it was trying to do something there for a moment. And like I said, there has been a rotated wall cloud that actually has been reported with this storm as well. So we'll continue watching it here. Like I said, obviously that's not a done thing here. Let's see, did they put a tornado possible on this? They have not. Okay, so they did not put a they definitely did not put a tornado possible on tag on that. So, but like I said, we'll just continue watching it here. We'll see what this does. I mean, It looked like there for a minute this thing was trying to do something nasty, which let's be thankful that it looks like it might be starting to kind of move out of that area. But we'll see. We'll definitely see how this does move through. Anyways, let's see here. Let's see. Haley says, "I love your haircut, my friend. Thank you so much." Anything in Arizona, says Richard. So here's the thing: if we move over towards Arizona, a few storms on the central and eastern side are possible, but for the most part, we're not expecting anything severe. Obviously, places down here in the southwest really don't need any more rain, as we do have some aerial flooding that is ongoing across a lot of these locations. We've been seeing tons and tons of rainfall across a lot of these areas here, not just across portions of the Tennessee-Ohio Valley, but also across the southwest. It's been absolutely nuts. And speaking of, we got a new tropical system, and we also have something we're watching here in the Atlantic, which we're going to talk about more here in a little bit. But like I said, I was watching the models earlier, and it does kind of look like we might have a tropical system that's trying to form here in the Atlantic. It might be something we need to watch out for over the next few days. But like I said, as of right now, the main concern is what's happening with the severe weather. Now, like I said, we're gonna keep you guys informed. We're gonna keep you guys updated on that tropic situation there as well. Obviously, it looks like something might occur. Now, the extended range, we're not exactly sure where it's gonna end up in the state. If it hits the states, we're not sure what's gonna happen. All we know is that this storm that we're watching here is expected to work its way westerly, and the models as of now kind of has it tracking to the north. Relatively just north of the Windward Islands and north of Cuba, and obviously, or not really Cuba. Yeah, Cuba's still a little bit unsure, but at least north of Puerto Rico. Those areas there, we are expecting this storm to relatively move north of the Windward Islands. And usually in these cases, you can either get two different scenarios. You can get one, a storm kind of getting up towards the Florida area. Like I said, this is still very far out. I'm not saying it's going to hit Florida. I'm just saying the possible scenarios that this could take. This thing can also move its way out to sea, which is a very high possibility, as this definitely is a big thing that usually can occur. So, but anyways, like I said, we'll just keep on watching it. If any new information does come out, that we'll be here to give you guys updates and stuff like that. That's what we're here for. But like I was saying, what we're here for today is obviously the severe action, the severe weather that's going on here across the Midwest. And like I said, as of right now, it looks like it is now starting to fire off here. So, but anyways, my friends, let's go ahead and switch over to the Storm Prediction Center. I'm going to go ahead and show you what areas here are at risk for today. Anywhere in the dark green, that 1 out of 5 severe level, and that yellow, the 2 out of 5 severe level, you have yourself a chance of seeing severe storms for today. Areas of Wyoming, areas here of Colorado, Nebraska, Iowa, southern Minnesota, and Wisconsin. You are in threat for possibility of seeing some severe storms. Now, like I said, there's a scale from 1 to 5. 5 being the absolute worst, which luckily we don't have a 5 risk today, but we do actually have a 2 out of 5 risk, which is obviously not the lowest threat. Let's go ahead and see here. Brian with the $5 super chat. Thank you so much, my friend. Greatly appreciated. Thank you absolutely so much. That means a lot to me, man. Greatly appreciated. Thank you so much for that, Brian. It means really a lot, so thank you so much. But like I was saying, though, that 2 out of 5 severe threat across these areas here in the yellow, like I said, that's our biggest chance. That's our greatest chance of seeing severe weather for today, and that's our biggest chance of seeing the worst amount of severe weather there as well. So that's kind of what we are looking at. So, like I said, in regard to tornadoes, we don't have a tornado threat today, which is obviously some great news. We don't want to deal with any tornadoes, obviously. But like I said, in regard to damaging winds, though, that is our main concern for today, obviously. Maybe some damaging winds could be a possibility across, the majority of the biggest threat is across portions of northeastern Iowa, southeastern Minnesota, and basically southwestern Wisconsin. That's our biggest concern that we're looking at here as of right now. And then followed by hail, a little bit lower of a threat, but still covering the same amount of areas here. So hail could be a secondary concern here. Like I said, the main concern right now is mostly just those damaging winds. But anyways, so like I was saying, my friends, we do have ourselves a bit of action that's now starting to fire off here with our first severe thunderstorm warning. We do have an effect out of the system across portions of the northwestern side of Iowa, directly west of Interstate 35 for areas here towards Ruthven. Now, this storm is relatively away from Ruthven for the most part, as this storm is tracking eastward, moving away out of Ruthven. But areas here of Ayrshire, portions of Mollard, portions of Whitmore, you got to be watching out towards Whitmore, West Bend included, portions of Fenton, likely seeing the worst right now. So this is moving eastward. We have 25 minutes to go before this does get expired. At 5:45 is when we are expecting this to be canceled here local time, which will be 6:45 Eastern if you guys are following along in the Eastern time zone like I am here in Kentucky. So that's kind of what we are looking at here. And so what we are expecting out of this storm, like I said, across those locations that you're currently seeing here, is maybe some damaging wind gusts up to 60 miles per hour. We could expect some thunderstorm wind gusts to get up to 60 miles per hour, as well as maybe some hail, maybe some small hail, maybe up to dime size, or sorry, up to nickel size could be possible. So we could see maybe some small hail out of that. The most likely areas to see that hail is across those darker shaded colors into like that purplish kind of pinkish color. Those are the locations where you're likely going to probably see some hail as radar is scanning some larger objects that is in there. Anyways, let's go ahead and see some of these questions here. But yeah, well, so once again, Brian, thank you so much for the super chat. It means a lot to me, man. Greatly, greatly, greatly appreciate it. Thank you once again so much. Let's see here. But yeah, so that is what we are looking at. New mesoscale discussion in the upper Mississippi Valley. A watched possible 60%. Let's see here. Let's actually pull up the mesoscale discussion. So if you don't know what a mesoscale discussion is, okay, so yeah, what a mesoscale discussion is basically, it's the watch before the watch. Basically just saying, hey, we might need to issue a thunderstorm watch, or in this case, or possibility of a tornado watch, but not today. Not today for the tornado watch. It would, in this case, it would be a severe thunderstorm watch because we have no tornado probability for today. But like I was saying though, there is actually that risk there. So obviously they are considering issuing a severe thunderstorm watch, possibly for areas here of basically the eastern side of Wyoming. So we'll watch it. We'll see if they issue that watch there. So get it. We'll watch for the watch. We'll see if they issue that. But we'll definitely continue watching that. Thank you for pointing that out there, my friend. Let's see here. Can I tell me what's going to happen here in Wisconsin? So, like I said, I mean, really, you said in, well, let's see, where did you say? In Nista. I don't know exactly where that's at, but I can tell you what. You should know where you're at based off of the map here. Here's the state of Wisconsin. Really, if you're anywhere in the central portion of Wisconsin, that is where the severe threat is for today. Obviously, here in the yellow has that higher threat right here along the western side of Interstate 39 here. So obviously, there's that level 2 out of 5, or the higher the level, the more severe it could potentially get. And there's that 1 out of 5 threat across the areas here in the dark green. Now, areas near Wausau, all those locations, there is actually a possibility of seeing some severe storms today. Like I said, the main concern today is damaging winds, followed by the additional hail threat that may be possible too. So definitely something we might need to watch out for. Anyways, but yeah, so that is what we are seeing here. So Amber, you should know where you're at based off of this map here. Let's go and see here. Aqua says, what about over here in North Carolina, Smithfield? We got something nasty over here right now. So like I was saying, yeah, we do have a few severe storms that's actually going on in, for the most part here in pretty much the central side here of North Carolina. Like I said, for the most part, we're actually not expecting any severe weather to occur across North Carolina, but obviously that's not what's going on right now. We do have a few severe storms that's currently happening here. But anyways, we are seeing 2 different severe thunderstorm warnings directly east here of Raleigh, North Carolina, right here towards the areas here of Smithfield, along Interstate 95, between portions of Kenly and Fort Oaks, I should say. There is a storm that is located right here to the east of that. So Princeton, portions of Micro, Smithfield, severe thunderstorm warning remains in effect here for 35 more minutes. This will be in effect here, I believe, until 7 o'clock Eastern. Let's actually double check on that here. Yeah, so 7 o'clock Eastern time, so we have a little bit to go on this. So in this case, penny-sized hail could be possible. Obviously, some 60-mile-per-hour wind gusts is the reason why it's actually severe. So expect some damaging wind gusts, maybe up to 60. So anything that's loose outside could easily get picked up and turned into flying debris here. Another storm here that's currently located over Interstate 95 across portions of Dorches, portions here of Nashville, Spring Hope included, portions of Rocky Mount. So this is another storm here near Nashville. This is not Nashville, Tennessee, by the way. This is here in Nashville, North Carolina. But anyway, so there is another storm here for the same criteria. Maybe some hail up to penny size. Obviously, maybe maybe some wind gusts, maybe up to 60 miles per hour being possible. That's kind of what we are expecting out of this area here. So that is what we're looking at. Now, you can expect a few storms across the Mid-Atlantic for today. I mean, including areas here, not just North Carolina, but obviously areas here towards Virginia and stuff like that. And if we literally look here at, let's go and switch to the Northern Virginia radar here in portions of Sterling, Virginia. If you take a look here right now, you can obviously see we have a bit of storm activity towards Virginia Beach here, directly west of it. Areas here north of Richmond, obviously. So, I mean, like, yeah, I expect some thunderstorms to be possible across these locations today. But for the most part, they're not expected to be severe, but don't be absolutely shocked if you see a severe thunderstorm warning pop up across every once in a while. As, like I said, the majority of the storms were not expected to be severe. But that's a different case once we move up into the Midwest. Like I said, right now, these are the locations we're paying attention to in the dark green and in the yellow. These are the big locations where we are seeing severe weather being possible. So, and obviously, like I said, we have a level from 1 to 5, 5 being the worst. Obviously, the higher the level, the more severe it is. And like I was saying, that first level of severity is across the dark green. So that 1 out of 5 threat, it is still a severe threat, by the way. Or keep that in mind. It is still a severe threat. And then obviously 2 out of 5 severe weather threat here across the yellow. So areas here of northeastern Iowa, portions of southeastern Minnesota, as well as west central Wisconsin, that is the highlighted area here for today. The biggest area where severe weather is going to be most likely and likely most severe is going to be isolated across these locations, including portions here of La Crosse, portions here of Mason City included, portions here towards West Union, and obviously the areas here towards Black River Falls. Those places are seeing the possibility of those crazy storms for today. And like I was just saying, guys, we have our first severe thunderstorm warning that's been in effect here. It's been in effect for quite a few minutes now, across portions of Emmitsburg, portions here of Fenton, Whitmore, Mollard, portions here of West Bend as well. So this is the first severe thunderstorm warning out of this group to actually kick off here. We have 17 minutes to go, so this is actually now warned for 60-mile-per-hour wind gusts and now quarter-size hail. So it actually got upgraded. So now we're actually seeing this thing being severe, not just from the damaging wind potential, but also for some hail as well. So that's kind of what we are looking at here. Let's go ahead and get to more of these comments here. G-Bro says, come on, people, smash that like, or smash the thumbs up. We'll be greatly appreciated, guys. You obviously don't have to, but, if you are enjoying it, leave a like. If you guys are enjoying it, if you're not liking it, feel free to leave a dislike, too. I really don't care. It just gives me it honestly just gives me the input if you guys are enjoying this, and obviously it helps me to improve and stuff like that as well. Aqua says, that one's hitting me right now in principle. Stay safe there, my friend. Karen says, hi, Andrew. What's up, Karen? Hope you're doing all right. Nice haircut. Greatly appreciate it. I saw what looked to be a rain shaft east of you, or east of us in Central Texas. No rain here yet, but a bit cooler. Definitely good. Knew it would was a small rain shaft. Thanks to you. Well, Karen, you're very, very welcome, and thank you so much for the nice compliment, and glad to have you here for today. Absolutely. Haley says, are we going to have severe storms in the Kansas City metro area here tomorrow? So, Haley, as we were looking, we're not expecting any tomorrow. We're looking relatively all right. Grace says, hi, what's up? Hope we're doing all right there, Grace. Let's see here. Hi, how about Brooklyn Park, Minnesota tonight? So, like I was saying here, so Brooklyn Park, I don't know exactly where Brooklyn Park is, but like I was saying, though, anywhere here in the far southern area here of Minnesota, that is where the big threat, or that's where the severe threat exists. The more southeast you go, this is well south of Minneapolis, by the way, so if you're in Minneapolis or up, you're not expected to see any severe weather. Like I said, the only threat across Minnesota for today is obviously areas here towards like Lake City, portions of Rochester, Wells, Fairmont, Worthington, Slayton, obviously towards Sioux Falls too, but that's not in Minnesota. But like I said, those areas there, that's kind of where we are seeing where the severe weather threat is in the state of Minnesota. But for you, my friend, you should know where you're at based off of the map here. Here is the entire state of Minnesota. Like I said, it's just this far, far south area here of Minnesota is where we are seeing possibility of some storms. So, or severe storms, I should say. Now, storms could exist along these central portions as well, but they're not expected to be severe. The only severe storms that are possible in Minnesota is on the far southern edge. Let's see here. Whitney says, what's up? Not much, Whitney. Hope you're doing all right. Glad to have you here. Georgiana says, hi, what's up? Hope you're doing good. And Moose says, BRB. All right, sounds good, my friend. Well, thank you guys for being here. Greatly appreciated. Let's see here. Is a high-risk Andrew mean severe weather outbreak, says Christian? Usually, yes. Usually the high risk are associated with a severe weather outbreak. It depends, though. It depends on the event, because you can have a high risk some days, and they can obviously not materialize to what we forecasted. That's happened many, many times. You wouldn't even believe how many times it's actually happened. So, yes, but not all the time is that the case. I mean, you can obviously have a high risk, but nothing, it doesn't play out as what we thought it would be. Is possible. Like I said, it's really unknown at the point until after the event is over. Do we know that if it actually played out to what was expected, or if it was higher than it was expected, or if it's lower? If it was lower, then obviously that would not probably be considered that. But anyway, so yes, usually with the severe weather outbreaks, there is some form of high risk. Absolutely. But like I said, we don't got to worry about that really for today because, like I said, it's just a slight risk here today. It's only a level 2 out of 5. 5 being the high risk here. 2 out of 5, I mean, it's still a severe threat. Like I said, no matter the severe threat, it's still a severe threat, which means that you still got to be watching out for severe storms. Like I said, in this case, could be damaging. And like I was saying, though, for today, the main concern is actually damaging winds, followed by hail as well. So hail and damaging winds is a big concern for today. So like I was saying here, we have ourselves a severe warning that is in effect here, severe thunderstorm warning, across portions here of northwestern, almost north-central portions of Iowa, areas here towards Emmitsburg, portions of Fenton, portions of Whitmore, West Bend, Mollard included. So this is a severe thunderstorm warning that is in effect here for 13 more minutes. So in this case, we have until 6:45 Eastern, or 5:45 Central Time. This is in Central Time, so this will be locally to 5:45 when this goes expired here. But that is what we are looking at. So that is what we are seeing. So in this case, across Fenton, Curlew, portions here of West Bend, expect maybe some wind gusts, maybe up to 60 miles per hour. Possibility, maybe some 60 mile per hour winds, which could be severe. And obviously, we could expect maybe even some hail up to quarter size as well. So that is kind of what we are looking at. So obviously, my friends, please be safe out there. If you have any questions, we're going to be here for y'all. We got you guys covered. Throw them down in the chat. We are going to be here for you guys. Anyways, let's go ahead and see here. Thank you for checking on Kansas City. You're very welcome, Haley. You're very, very welcome. Christian says the good news is no tornado threat. Yeah, so we don't have a tornado threat for today, luckily. But like I said, just because there's no tornado threat does not mean that we have no severe weather threat at all. In this case, we have damaging winds and we have hail being a possibility, with damaging winds being the main concern. But anyways, so that is kind of what we are looking at here. I want to go ahead and pull up something really quickly for you guys. This is something I haven't really looked at yet. So obviously we're paying attention across the Midwest region here for today. So I tell you what we're going to do. I'm going to go ahead and pull up the meso-analysis. Now, I don't expect you guys to really understand all this. But like I was saying, we're looking at the fuel that's in the atmosphere. Basically, the energy that's in the atmosphere here. Wow, we actually have lots and lots of energy that's here. So think of it like this. Like I said before, you have an engine and a car. It's very, very similar to how a car works. You have an engine and you need fuel for the engine to run. Think of this as your fuel that's there. If you don't have any fuel, you're not going to get very far. So we have ourselves a lot of energy, a lot of cold air backing down. This is in terms of our cold front that we are actually seeing progress its way relatively eastward. So we actually are seeing loads and loads of instability, lots and lots of energy located across portions of Iowa here, and obviously portions here of Wisconsin as well. So we are going to watch out for this. So now, like I said, we really just need those values here in around 500 or higher, and we're seeing them in the 4,500 mark at max, which that's kind of overkill. That's a lot of energy that's there. And like I said, now we're looking at our engine here in terms of winds. You need the winds to basically materialize and kind of organize all the storms and stuff like that. And I tell you, we have a pretty strong amount of wind shear today. We actually have a decent amount of wind. So this is our engine. We have a pretty strong engine, and we have a pretty large amount of fuel. So there you go. Mix those two together. You got yourself a severe potential here for today, my friends. So we have the wind shear. We have the instability. Everything is in place here. But like I said, the winds are not really supportive of producing tornadoes today, which is obviously for good news. Obviously, we don't want to have any tornadoes. But like I said, conditionally, environmentally, we have a lot of good conditions for possible severe weather today. So that is what we are watching for. So, but like I was saying, my friends, areas here, and you can obviously start to see those severe storms that are just now starting to pop off a little bit more, starting to fire off here down to the southwest towards portions here south of Storm Lake here, across areas here near Carroll, west of Carroll. But like I said, but that is what we are seeing here. So we are starting to see those storms actually starting to fire up here. This guy is a new storm, it looks like. Let's see, this guy might eventually go severe warned. As we are starting to see in the latest scan, this thing might be starting to produce some hail according to radar view towards Bradgate. You can kind of see right in here, that might be a possible hail core. That might be where we might be seeing some hail start to fall towards east of Bradgate here. So, what my possibility, what I might think could be a concern is we might actually see another severe warning being issued here relatively soon for areas near Bode and Livermore. Possibly. I'm not saying it's going to happen, but I'm saying you that it looks like a growing storm, a pretty strong storm, is actually moving its way towards those locations, towards Bode, and also Livermore. So that's kind of what I'm seeing here. So we need to watch out for that. That might have the possibility of maybe some hail as well. Like I was saying, we were looking at the radar view there, and it's kind of looking like hail might be a concern. That's a possibility. We'll see how that plays out here. I'm actually going to grab another radar scan here towards Des Moines. We're going to take a look at a different angle here. But still, I mean, yeah, kind of still showing it. Not as big, obviously, but still, you can obviously see here, there is that bit of a dot. You know, that big old dot you see in the center of pinks and blues. That is likely some big ice chunks that the radar is actually scanning here east of Bradgate. So like I was saying, towards Bode and Livermore, might need to watch out for this storm, as this could eventually go severe warn. We'll definitely continue watching it. It definitely has all this environment directly just below it to produce severe weather. I mean, it literally has all of this area here. Free moisture, free instability to produce severe weather. And obviously, like I said, in this case, as we were just looking at the environmental conditions, we are 100% there. We are ready to go. We are locked and ready to go. These storms are starting to fire off here. I mean, even these little guys, I mean, to draw on the screen there, but even these little guys towards Ida Grove, I mean, like I said, even these little guys could eventually turn into something severe. It just doesn't take long, and obviously we just got to continue watching this here. Anyways, let's see here. There's a chance of severe, or is there a chance of a severe watch being issued? So let's see here. Let's actually take a look at the mesoscale discussions here. Let's actually double check. They just issued a new mesoscale discussion. So what that means, you can see this purple spinny going on here. They're considering issuing a severe thunderstorm watch. And honestly, what we're going to do here, I'm going to pull up that mesoscale discussion on this view here. They just issued it 18 minutes ago. Okay, so they put this at a 60% chance probability here. So here's that mesoscale discussion. You can see obviously across portions of northern Iowa, southern Minnesota, basically western Wisconsin here. So we can look here, severe potential, watch possible. Probability of watch issuance at a 60% chance, which that's in the likely margin. You know, that's kind of, I wouldn't say most likely, I'd say it's likely. It has a better chance of happening than not. 40% chance of being canceled or not issued, and a 60% chance of being issued. So there's actually a little bit more higher of a percentage that this thing might be issued here. So we might have a possibility of a watch here being issued. Like I said, we also have ourselves another mesoscale discussion for southeastern Wyoming, but watch is kind of unlikely here, 20% chance. But that is kind of what we are looking at. So obviously it's a possibility. We could see maybe, honestly, maybe, just maybe, a watch being issued across portions here of Iowa, portions of Minnesota, and maybe even Wisconsin. We'll continue watching it, but like I was saying, as we are starting to see environmentally, there is definitely definitely those environmental conditions that is there to produce the severe weather, which is obviously something we got to continue watching here. But anyways, like I said, we have ourselves those storms that are now starting to fire off here. They're going to continue to, as they do project here to the east, and obviously something we need to watch out for. Anyways, let's see here. Got some more comments coming through here. Let's go see here. Hello, will be El Dorado, Arkansas for today or tonight. So like I was saying a bit ago, guys, for Arkansas, we're not really expecting anything to really happen today. No storms, really. I mean, we're not expecting really any storms to occur. Really no severe weather either. We are looking relatively okay across portions here of Arkansas. Tomorrow, kind of the same thing. Maybe a few showers, maybe a few storms could occur. But for the most part, we're not really expecting anything too severe to occur tomorrow. So we are looking all right there, my friends. So hopefully that helped you out. Let's see here. Taniel says hello there. What's up, Taniel? Hope you're doing all right, my friend. Glad to have you here. And, glad to see you here. I haven't seen you in a while. But anyway, so that is what we are looking at, my friend. That is what we are seeing here. So, I was also talking to you guys about, we do have a few severe thunderstorm warnings that's in effect here just east of Raleigh, North Carolina. Now, there's not a severe weather threat across portions here of North Carolina. There's not a severe weather threat here. But obviously, we need to continue watching this. We'll definitely continue watching this here. Let's see here. Thank you so much there, Taniel, for the super chat. Greatly appreciated, my friend. It means a lot, my friend. Thank you so much once again. But like I was saying here, directly just east of Raleigh, we are seeing not one, but two severe thunderstorm warnings that's in effect here towards the areas here west of Goldsboro, for areas here towards Princeton, portions here towards Four Oaks. 20 minutes to go. We have 20 minutes to go. This will be in effect until 7 o'clock Eastern, which is also the local time here. So 7 o'clock local for this to get canceled here. But anyway, so we are expecting the possibility of maybe some damaging wind gusts, maybe some gusty winds, up to 60 miles per hour. Could be a possibility out of the storm here. Maybe some penny-sized hail as well. Hail up to the size of pennies at max is a possibility here. So that is kind of what we are watching. Same thing for the cell, just up to the north. I mean, areas here towards Spring Hope, portions here of Nashville, towards portions of Dorches, and basically west here of Rocky Mount. It's a possibility. Yeah, definitely is a possibility that we could see the same criteria. Maybe some gusty winds up to 60 miles per hour. Maybe some hail. But this one's actually about to expire here in 4 minutes. So this one will expire here at 6:45 Eastern time. So not too much longer on this guy. This is just west of Interstate 95 towards Red Oak. But yeah, so obviously the one just to the south has until 7. The one to the north here has until 5 minutes from now. So basically it's about to be expired. Now, like I said, conditionally across the Mid-Atlantic, I mean, areas here towards like Virginia and North Carolina, we're relatively not expecting anything too crazy to happen. Therefore, there is no severe weather threat. But like I said, don't be so shocked if a severe thunderstorm warning pops up here and there. Like I said, for the most part, we're not expecting widespread severe weather to occur. We're not expecting that. So therefore, basically an outlook across those locations is not necessarily necessary. But like I said, we'll just watch out, as there is still some storms that is obviously still going on across these locations here. But anyways, let's go ahead and get back on over here to the severe weather threat for today, my friends. Like I was saying, we have ourselves our first warning for this event that has been issued here a few minutes ago, or a little bit ago, I should say. Has 3 minutes to go, so until 6:45 Eastern, 6:45 Eastern, 5:45 Central or local time for areas here of Whitmore, portions here of West Bend, portions of Fenton. So. Severe thunderstorm warning remains in effect here for 3 more minutes, so it's almost time to be canceled here. 60-mile-per-hour wind gusts and penny-sized hail, similar to the ones that was there in North Carolina. Same criteria, possibility up to some gusty winds, maybe some penny-sized hail could be possible, but other than that, that's kind of all we are expecting out of the storm here. So we'll just continue watching it, but like I was saying, y'all, if we switch over here to the other closer radar here, you can actually see just to the south of that warning here, like I said, towards Bode and Livermore, we actually are watching another storm here. This might actually go severe warning. Personally, I think this thing could go severe warning relatively soon. And like I said, areas that might likely be included in this warning may include Livermore and Bode. It's a possibility. Honestly, I would say it is a possibility that we could see maybe a severe thunderstorm warning being issued here for possible hail and damaging winds, as we are seeing ourselves. First of all, like I said, radar is scanning some big old deep colors here, the purples and pinks and blues. That's telling us that the radar is picking up some large chunks of ice in the atmosphere here. So obviously that is likely going to be a possible hail concern across those locations. So we might see a possible warning being issued here. And if we take a look here towards velocity, which is something we really haven't looked at much yet, kind of a bit contaminated for the most part, so it's kind of hard to grab some data. Just now updated, though. That's actually good. So for the most part, you can kind of see here, for the most part, I mean, this is really kind of just sub-severe winds, maybe up to 30-mile-per-hour winds is possible. I mean, easily, like I said, easily the rain shafts, all that rain that's falling down, those winds can be brought down by the rain shafts here, so maybe even some wind gusts up to 30 miles per hour could be possible. But something now I'm also paying attention to on this storm here is if you look closely to it, you might notice something here. This might be a little bit of rotation. This might be a bit of broad rotation here, northwest of Rutland and east here of Bradgate. This might be a little area of rotation going on right here. So, we're going to watch that. I'm going to keep my eye on this, actually. We're going to keep on scanning this, and we're going to see what this is trying to do here. Is it trying to do something? I hope not. I really hope not. But anyways, it does look like there is maybe a little bit of rotation that might be happening with that cell there. Even though, like I said, there is no tornado threat for today, like I said, it would still not hurt if we do pay attention to the velocity every once in a while. Because obviously for conditions like this, like I said, now it's not crazy tight rotation. I would not say there's an imminent tornado threat right now. But I'd say if it continues on this trend, if it continues to get stronger from what it looks like, honestly, this might be something we could watch out for. This might be something that we need to watch. Okay, so we'll definitely keep our eyes peeled for it. Like I said, I honestly have a pretty decent feeling that this might actually go warm here relatively soon. We'll see what happens. We'll see what happens here. Anyways, but yeah, so once again, thank you, Daniel. Greatly appreciated for the super chat. Let's see here. Brian wants to know, once again, thank you as well, Brian. Let's see here. Any severe weather for Ohio for today? That is actually a good question, my friend. So here's the thing. For Ohio, we're actually not expecting any severe storms to occur for today. Now, not saying any storms can't happen. It's a possibility that a few showers, a few storms could occur. But here's the thing. Conditionally, we're not expecting severe thunderstorms. So we should be relatively fine, my friend, for today. Now, I'll do tomorrow really quickly. Tomorrow, kind of the same thing. Not really expecting anything. So yeah, for today and tomorrow, we're not really expecting any severe weather as of right now. So you are looking all right. Let's see here. Okay, thank you very much. Very, very welcome, my friend. Noob says, long time, so see, or no see, I think he meant to say no see. Buddy, well, obviously glad to have you here, man. Hope you're doing all right, and hope you're doing all right. Glad to have you here. Glad to have all of you guys here for today. And I hope you guys are having a spectacular Saturday. Hope you guys have been, having a great weekend so far. Hope you guys have been doing all right here. and you know, staying safe here, and obviously keeping up with the weather that's going on here. It's been seriously pretty nuts over the last while. I mean, it seriously has been pretty crazy over the last while between flooding and severe weather. I mean, it's been nuts. We've been seeing lots and lots of crazy weather here. Anyway, so we have ourselves a new update here. So that one warning that we were just now watching there, so there was a severe thunderstorm warning that was in effect for portions here towards Emmitsburg, portions here towards West Bend, Whitmore, and Fenton. There was that severe thunderstorm warning that was in effect here. It is now canceled. We are now safe. We are now safe to come out of your shelters. But like I said, I'd recommend still staying inside. I mean, lightning is still probably a big concern there. You don't want to be outside during lightning. I'm just telling you that right now. Also, for that one warning that we are watching here in North Carolina as well, towards Rocky Mount, mostly west of Interstate 95 for Nashville, Red Oak, and Castalla. Portions here of Spring Hope as well. This is right here in North Carolina, by the way. This is also canceled. This is no longer in effect. However, east here of Raleigh, North Carolina, on the southeastern side towards Princeton and Smithfield, we are still seeing that severe thunderstorm warning. It's still in effect here as of right now. So I'll continue giving you guys updates on that. So as of right now, towards Smithfield, portions of Princeton, Micro, Four Oaks included along Interstate 95 here. We could see a few strong characteristics, maybe some damaging wind gusts up to 60 miles per hour being possible, and maybe even maybe some small hail up to penny size as well. Definitely being a possibility. So watch out between the two. Definitely a possibility. Anyways, here, let's go and see. Sarah, thank you so much for the super chat, saying thank you with the gift there. Well, thank you so much, Sarah. That means a lot. Seriously, thank you so much. You guys have made my day today. Thank you all for all that. Means so much between Tano, between Brian, and between Sarah. You guys absolutely rock. Special shout out goes to you guys. Thank you so much for supporting the channel. Greatly appreciated. Means seriously a bunch. It means a lot to me. So once again, Sarah, special shout out goes to you. Thank you so much for that. It definitely means a lot. There you go. It's a little bit delayed here compared to what I see on chat and versus whenever it comes on here. But once again, Sarah, thank you so much. You did not have to do that. It means seriously a lot, though. Once again, thank you so much. So here we go, my friends. New warning has popped up, and let me see. Is it for the Livermore storm? It looks like it is. Hey, I had a feeling it was going to happen. And if you're here, you saw me call this. Okay, so anyway, so we have ourselves now a new severe thunderstorm warning. Let's go ahead and switch to the radar views over towards Des Moines. Like I said, we have ourselves now a new severe thunderstorm warning that is in effect here for areas here of Bode and Livermore, like we were saying as possible. Also, Luverne. I don't know exactly how you pronounce that, but Luverne, I'm just going to call it that, towards, like I said, obviously Luverne, Livermore, and Bode. Watch out for this. Now, the main concerns out of this is wind gusts up to 60 miles per hour being possible. We could expect some damaging winds, maybe some gusty winds, getting up towards 60 miles per hour being possible. And in this case, maybe even some hail, too, up to quarter size. Maybe even up to 1-inch hail could be a possibility. So that is kind of what we are talking about. So, once again, for Brian, Sarah, and Daniel, thank you guys for helping out the channel. It means a lot. Thank all of you guys for being here. Thank you guys for hanging out with us for today. Hope you all have a wonderful Saturday here. And like I said, we're going to be here for you guys. We're going to continue giving you all coverage and stuff like that. That's what we're here for. Obviously that's the case, what we're here for. But like I was saying, we now have a new warning that's in place here, and that means we need to take action based off of it. So I would recommend staying away from windows, because obviously you don't want those damaging winds to be throwing stuff through your windows. Obviously not be so good. Definitely stay indoors. Do not be outside between the hail, the damaging winds, and obviously lightning. Yeah, you might want to stay away from that. You might want to be staying away from all that. But anyways, yeah, so that is kind of what we are looking at, my friends. So new warning is in place. And like I was saying, we really got to watch these guys to the south, too. Even this little guy right here. These little storms that you're seeing pop up right here, these things could eventually, turn into something severe. They eventually could turn into something severe here. So this might be something we also need to watch out very, very closely for. So, Jakey says, I'm sorry I had to leave for a bit. Had to watch Powwow and Long Plain First Nation. Well, you're all right there, Jakey. Glad to have you here, though. Let's see here. Christian says there's a severe thunderstorm warning for northern of New Hampshire. Okay, we'll look at that here in a second. Sarah says, welcome. I really appreciate your channel. Well, Sarah, thank you once again. Greatly appreciate it here. So, I do see what you're talking about. Actually, no, this is not for New Hampshire. This is actually for Maine. But let's take a look at it, though. Directly west of Portland, Maine here. Let's see. We got a few storms firing off here towards west of Interstate 95 here in southern Maine. Let's see. We have a new warning that's in place here. Areas here west of North Windham. This looks like it might mostly be overruled areas here. South of Bridgeton. southwest of North Conway here in New Hampshire. But this is in Maine, by the way. This is actually in the state of Maine. But anyways, so what we are seeing out of this storm is maybe some gusty winds, maybe some damaging winds, maybe up to 60 miles per hour being possible. Maybe even some small hail could also be a possibility, up to penny size for the most part. So, honestly, I think that, like I said, the main concern out of this storm is mostly for gusty winds, maybe some damaging winds. But like I said, hail is also a kind of a secondary possibility. But anyways, thank you for pointing that out, by the way. Yeah, we would probably not have seen that. We also do have ourselves two other ones in Georgia here. I'm just now starting to notice here. Let's see, directly west of Butler in west central Georgia. Oh, I don't want to zoom in that far there. Anyways, towards Junction City, portions of Ginva here, portions of, those locations there. 60 mile per hour wind gusts and quarter size hail. So between hail and damaging winds is a possibility. 8 minutes to go until 7 o'clock Eastern. So this will be in the Eastern time zone, I believe, here in Georgia. But that is what we are looking at. It does look like, I see you trying to hide away from me towards Trenton in far northwestern Georgia, towards Interstate 59 in 24 towards Trenton. Also another warning here. It expires at 7 o'clock Eastern. For areas here, like I said, Trenton included, 60 mile per hour wind gusts and quarter size hail. But like I was saying, those locations were not really expected to see severe weather. Like I said, the areas that's most likely or expected to see severe weather is across these locations here, which I'm going to go ahead and show you right now. So here is today's outlook. Here's today's thunderstorm risk here. If you guys are in anywhere in the light green, we are expecting the possibility of maybe a few rumbles of thunder, maybe some showers. Could not be ruled out. But like I said, once we start to move into this dark green and this yellow shaded color, that's where things start to get a little bit more serious. So, like I said, there's a severe threat in effect for today. Like I said, there's a scale from 1 to 5, 5 being the absolute highest, 1 being the lowest here. Okay, so obviously 5 being the worst case scenario. Luckily, we don't have a 5 today. Let's be thankful for that. But like I said, just because, any threat here in the severe weather threat is still considered a severe threat. So like I said, we have a 1 to 5 severe threat across the dark green. Areas here of eastern Wyoming, portions here of eastern Colorado here as well, portions of Nebraska, portions here of Iowa, southeastern South Dakota, southern Minnesota, as well as portions of central and western Wisconsin. That is where we are seeing our severe weather threat for today. So obviously that's that 1 out of 5 threat. But as you may notice, here in northeastern Iowa, in southeastern Minnesota, and basically southwestern, almost west central Wisconsin here, and this little yellow area here, this is actually where we have a 2 out of 5 severe weather threat. So that is the area that's most likely going to see the most severe weather today. Most likely going to see it, and most likely going to be more severe in regard to things. Higher probability and higher potential impact across the areas here in the yellow. So like I was saying here, if we switch on back here to my back to the main screen here, you can see here, like I said, there's where that risk over leads here in northeastern Iowa, southeastern Minnesota, as well as, like I said, southwestern Wisconsin. So, but that is what we are looking at, my friends. And like we were just looking at a minute ago, the Storm Prediction Center has actually, they actually issued a mesoscale discussion. That's what that big old purple spinny thing you see is going on here. This is what we call a mesoscale discussion. I'll go ahead and show you that here as well. So here it is, cross portions of what we're just looking at, relatively mostly across that level 2 out of 5 severe threat. You can see here, though, concerning severe potential watch possible. So what this means is that they're thinking about issuing a severe thunderstorm watch, which if you don't know what a severe thunderstorm watch is basically saying, hey, watch out for severe weather as severe thunderstorm warnings might likely be needed for some of these locations. But like I said, they're considering issuing a watch, and they put an overall probability of it being issued at a 60% chance. So it has a 60% chance of being a watch being issued, which, like I said, it's not the highest probability, but like I said, it's not the lowest either. It's in that likely category. It's above 50%, so it's in most likely, or I wouldn't say most likely. I'd say it's in the likely category. It has a better chance of happening versus not. 60% chance of it being issued versus a 40% chance of it not being issued. So it has a better chance of being issued than not, but still, it's not a for sure thing. Okay, so it's not still a for sure thing. They're thinking about it. They're seeing how this event is starting to play out here. And like I said, obviously right now it does look like, obviously things are really starting to kick off here now. They are starting to really fire off here now, especially the storm towards portions of Algona. It would not be surprising if maybe we get this warning being shifted maybe a little bit more to the north here. Maybe. We'll see. We'll definitely see here. But anyways, so we are going to be watching out for it. Like I said, obviously here in the areas of the pinks and the blues and stuff like that, like I said, that might be some locations where we may even be seeing some hail. You know, honestly, we might even be seeing some hail across these locations here. So obviously that is what we are looking at. So, but anyway, so we're going to keep on watching this here. We may or may not see this, this warning being extended more to the north here. We'll see. But like I said, this is a pretty nasty storm. This thing's really starting to evolve. Really starting to kind of kick off here. But anyways, like I said, we have a warning, an active warning that's in effect here across portions of Bode, portions of Livermore, as well as Luverne. I don't know how you pronounce that exactly. But anyways, the main concern out of this is damaging wind gusts and actually some hail too. So maybe some damaging wind gusts up to 60 miles per hour, as well as maybe even some hail up to quarter size. So that's definitely a possibility. Anyways, let's go ahead and see here. We got ourselves a new, let's go see some more comments coming through here. Bug says, glad you're live for these storms, and thanks for helping us out, Andrew. Bugs, you're very, very welcome. Got you covered there. That's what I'm here for. I'm here for all of you guys. Puss in Boot says, nice haircut. Well, thank you so much. Greatly appreciate it. Ian says, did I shave my head? Yes, I did. I actually got a haircut just before the live stream today. If you guys go back on my last live stream, you'll see how crazy my hair was. I don't like it long, personally. I like it just like the way it is here. I was well overdue for a haircut, that's for sure. So yeah, I did end up doing so. But anyways, but yeah, so like I said, what we were just looking at a minute ago is they are considering issuing a severe thunderstorm watch. And like I was saying a minute ago too, so we're going to look at the overall environmental conditions here really quickly. And like I said, the way the storms work, they act very similar to how a car does in regard to you need an engine and you need fuel for these storms to run. I'm going to show you exactly what I'm talking about here. So, what we're looking at right now, I know you guys probably don't understand what the heck you're looking at here, but I'm going to explain it to you. It's relatively simple. So basically, we have a lot of energy, a lot of fuel that is needed for these storms to fire off. Right in these locations, we have a bunch of cold air pushing down here, basically pushing this front through. So it's a cold front. We are seeing this cold front situation moving through here. So this is what we are seeing. So obviously, lots of instability. Like I said, we have a lot of fuel in our tank. We have a lot of potential to go here. But like I said, if you have fuel but you don't have an engine, don't expect to get anywhere. Vice versa too. If you have an engine and don't have fuel, don't expect to get anywhere. So here's the thing. We have lots of instability here. You really just need values here over 500 to produce possible severe weather. I mean, really over 1,000 is kind of recommended for severe weather, but we're seeing 4,500 at max. Kind of overkill. We have lots of fuel in our tank. We are looking pretty good. But anyway, so that is what we are looking at. Now, if we take a look at the engine in this case, that being winds, that being your winds between the surface and all the way up 3 kilometers in the air, we have lots of winds here too, and actually pretty strong. I mean, we're talking 40 knots or so. I mean, it's not the craziest wind shear I've seen, but it's doable. Definitely doable to produce severe weather. And if we mix up where that circle is, where the engine is, compared to where all this instability is, you can kind of see right there where the radar is overlaying there. That is right where the storms are firing off, right there where the engine is, and right there where the instability is. Like I said, that is kind of what we are looking at. So we have our engine, we have our instability, we are locked in, ready to go. The storms are firing off here, and as we do continue in time, we take this on a projector here, we project this further down. You can see how it's kind of just mostly stalling out, mostly moving eastward. Like I said, this is actually current conditions here based off of RAP analysis. Probably don't know what that is. But anyway, so that is kind of what we are looking at. So overall, in the conditional world, we have ourselves a pretty decent threat here for today. So we're going to continue watching it. Tons and tons of fuel in our tank and a pretty decent sized engine. We are ready to go, my friends. Speaking of new warning, what did I tell you? I had a feeling that they were going to issue that up more north. It did look like that we were seeing ourselves another, more potential up there. But anyway, so now we have ourselves a new severe thunderstorm warning here in portions of north central Iowa. Just to show you guys, here's the states. Here is Iowa. So we zoom in here. Anyways, a new warning has been issued west of Interstate 35 for areas here of Algona, portions here of Corwith, portions here of Britt, Wesley, Wadden, portions of Crystal Lake, also portions here east of Burt. So we have ourselves now a new warning that's in place here for 60 mile per hour wind gusts. So obviously damaging winds, maybe up to 60, could be possible. And in this case, maybe even some small hail too. Maybe some hail up to penny size. Could be a possibility. Maybe expect some penny-sized hail out of this storm as well. So, between damaging winds and between hail, it's a possibility. That's kind of what we are actively looking at here. So, like I said, the most likely area you would likely see hail is across these areas here in the pinks and the blues and stuff like that. That's kind of what we are looking at there. Anyways, let's see here. Bug says, haircut's great, cooler too. Well, thank you so much. Greatly appreciate it. Let's see, lots of wind. But hail, no, and Britt says, Peggy, well, obviously stay safe there, my friend. If you have any questions, let me know. Christian says, I know a severe thunderstorm watch is a real thunderstorm watch. Or, what are you talking about? I literally just died reading that. I know a severe thunderstorm watch, it's real. A thunderstorm watch, it mean watch for severe thunderstorm. Do you guys understand that? I literally, makes no sense to me. I'm sorry, I can't. My brain literally died reading that there. But anyways, let's see here. Great light storm to the west is Peggy. We'll stay safe there. Like I said, lightning is also a big concern out of these storms too. I mean, like I said, lightning poses a threat on its own. Anywhere you see lightning, you should be indoors. Because, I mean, lightning can kill too, obviously. I don't mess with lightning. I mean, I love taking photographs. I love doing photography on lightning. But no, I don't like being out in it. Because you do not know where it's going to strike. And it is kind of attracted to people. I mean, especially if you're the tallest object in the field. Definitely not a good thing. You want to be away from all those locations. Be indoors, away from the outside. Especially, you don't want to be under a tree. Because if the tree gets zapped, I mean, most likely the tree would get zapped. Maybe you get hit too for one. But you got to think, obviously, flying branches and flying all kinds of stuff would not be good. I mean, literally when lightning hits a tree, it explodes the tree. It doesn't just, cause it to break. It explodes the tree. I don't know if you guys have actually seen that happen. It's really crazy. Let's see here. Wyatt says, hello, what's up, Wyatt? Hope you're doing all right, my friend. Glad to have you guys here. Glad to have all of you guys here. Thank you for joining us here this afternoon, or really moving into this evening here. It means a lot, guys. Greatly, greatly appreciated here. So, but anyways, so that warning that we had in effect here just now got canceled for portions of North Carolina. For that one here towards, towards Smithfield. This is directly east of Raleigh, by the way. Southeast of Raleigh. But like I was saying here, towards Princeton and Smithfield, Four Oaks, you're now no longer under a severe thunderstorm warning. You are safe, my friends. You're now good to come out of your shelters. But like I said, obviously, I'd recommend staying indoors. But that is kind of what we are seeing. So, like I said, right now, the only warnings we have is, let's see here. We actually have ourselves, apparently, another warning somewhere else, but I don't know where it's at. Apparently, okay, so my thing's showing we have 3 warnings here, but I'm only seeing 2. I know 2 of them are here in Iowa. Where is this other one at? I know there was some in Georgia, but I'm not seeing them anymore. Where is this other warning here? This is actually going to drive me nuts if I'm not going to find out where this is at. Okay, well, anyways, I only see 2 severe thunderstorm warnings. For some reason, it's showing 3. But anyways, let's see here. Let's see. Noob says, is there any severe weather in Tennessee right now? So as of right now, the only concern really for Tennessee, especially on the northern section, is flooding. Like I said, you guys have been dealing with flooding. I mean, Kentucky has as well, where I'm actually at right now. Kentucky's been, and in regard to Tennessee as well, we actually are seeing lots of flooding. And as we do have a heavy rainfall mesoscale discussion here, obviously considering a flood watch, which I think there's already a flood watch is in effect here, but regardless, like I said, we are expecting lots of rain. So areas here of northern Tennessee especially does have a possible threat here for flooding anyways. Not severe weather, but flooding. Anyways, let's see here. You should know what my state is. Yeah, I know what you're talking about there, noob. Let's see here. Do I have any idea on where this will head? I'm here in southern Wisconsin on the border of Illinois. What can we expect? So, southern Wisconsin here on the border of Illinois. So, if you are right here on the border between the 2 states, there is no severe threat for you. You're actually looking relatively fine. Now, like I said, you might notice that you are in this, kind of light green hue. Now, what this means is that, obviously we could see maybe a few storms. A few of them could be strong, but we're not expecting really any severe storms to occur. So in regard to severe weather, we're not really expecting it to occur for you for today. If we look here, tomorrow's risk here as well, kind of the same thing. So you, my friend, for you, like you just said, I think it's Grande, for you, like I said, for the most part, you are looking okay. You're looking definitely fine. Let's see here. What radar do I use? This is WSV3. It's a paid program I use for the channel because it has obviously some great graphics. I love using it to really explain things and stuff like that. So it's called WSV3. Let's see here. I get asked that a lot, actually. It's pretty funny. Let's see here. My brother and I almost got hit by lightning in Florida. Yeah, Florida has a lot of lightning, that's for sure. We just stepped inside the door and I hit live oak tree about 25 feet away. We were lucky. Definitely pretty nuts. And the crazy thing is you can actually feel the heat too. I've been with some close calls with lightning as well. It's pretty nuts. Let's see. Thank you. You're very, very welcome. Let's see here. White says hot here in Dallas-Fort Worth. Unfortunately, it's hot across a lot of locations. We'll stay safe there. Stay in the AC. How is Weld County, Colorado looking? So I can tell you what. I don't know where Weld County is, but along the eastern side of Colorado, there's a possibility of a few severe storms. That's kind of what we're looking at here. Anyways, let's see here. So grateful. Thanks for letting me know. You're very, very welcome. That's what I'm here for. I'm here to give you guys information. I'm here to let you guys know. I care about y'all. I want you guys to be prepared. I want you guys to be safe here. Anyway, so we have ourselves 2 warnings we're watching here in Iowa. The far northern section of Iowa, so directly west here of Mason City here, right in the beginning of that slight risk here, we have 2 severe thunderstorm warnings that's in effect here. The first one down here towards Livermore, Iowa, for portions here now out of Bode. Now, Bode is still inside of this warning, but like I said, the storm is moving east away from Bode, you can see. Now, Livermore is likely seeing the worst of it right now. Luverne, there is no T in it, so Luverne, I think that's how you pronounce that. Could be wrong. I honestly don't know. Luverne here, what we're going to call it, is obviously, inside this warning as well. So what this is warned for is obviously some damaging winds, maybe up to 60 miles per hour could be possible. We expect some, damaging winds up to 60 miles per hour. Maybe even some hail as well. Maybe some hail as well out of this, being possible up to quarter size. They actually just downgraded that to now penny size hail. So, hail is a lower threat now. Not in the severe category. It's only still the damaging wind possibility. So, Bode is still included, but like I said, you're relatively away from the storm, but there is still likely lots of lightning going on, so you should still remain indoors for obvious reasons here. And now one just to the north for portions of Corwith and Britt. You're not getting hit yet, but you're about to here in a moment. Obviously, areas here towards Algona, portions here of Wesley, portions of Wadden. It's not Wooden, but I think it's Wadden. You can expect possibility of the same thing. Maybe some gusty winds up to 60 miles per hour. Maybe some hail up to penny size as well. So that's kind of what we are looking at for these 2 warnings here. Like I said, the storms are really just now starting to fire up here. Like I was saying, guys, the National Weather Service Storm Prediction Center is actually considering issuing a severe thunderstorm watch. This is what we call a mesoscale discussion. This big old purple counterclockwise rotating bar thing that you guys see here. This is what we call a mesoscale discussion. If we take a look here what they just said and what they issued here on the official website, you can actually see here that they put this. So you can obviously see severe potential, watch possible. They actually put the overall possibility at a 60% chance of being issued. So probability of watch issuance is here at a 60% chance. So in this case, obviously we gotta watch out for it. It's more of it's kind of in that likely category of seeing this thing being issued here. So it's a likely category. Like I said, it's a 40% chance of not being issued. It's a obviously a 60% chance of being issued. So we just gotta watch it. We'll see what it does. We'll see if they do issue that. Like I said, we'll see what they do for this. Like I said, it's in that likely category of being issued here, and that's what that mesoscale discussion means, is that they're paying attention and they're considering about issuing a severe thunderstorm watch here. Let's see here. Have them spraying the skies on the time daily. Antennas going up a part of this program. Let's see here. First of all, let's see. Devin says, will there be any storms in central Wisconsin? So yes, in central Wisconsin, even including portions of Wausau here, portions here of Wisconsin Rapids, portions of Mauston. Yes, there's actually a severe threat in central Wisconsin here. So obviously we definitely got to continue watching this here, as it definitely is a possibility for sure. Let's see here. We got ourselves, not Zach is saying here, hey Andrew, how's it going? Love the haircut. Thank you so much. Really appreciate it. How is Stuart, Iowa going to be here for me? So here's the thing, my friend. Stuart, Iowa is actually relatively safe. There is no severe weather threat for you today. Directly west of Des Moines. Same thing for the Des Moines area. We're not expecting severe weather, although a few storms, a few showers could still occur, but they're not expected to be severe. The main threat across Iowa is on the far north, central, and northeastern side. That's where the greatest threat of severe weather is across those locations. So that is where we are expecting the possibility of severe weather. But other than that, my friend, I mean, you're looking okay. Like I said, right now we are seeing some storms that are now firing off across portions here of Livermore, portions of Luverne, portions of Corwith, portions of Algona, Wesley included, Britt and Burt as well. Like I said, Wadden included, and also Crystal Lake. So that is kind of what we are seeing here. So, but for you, like I said, you're actually looking relatively okay. You're looking all right, my friend. So you should definitely be okay here. But anyway, so yeah, so that is what we are seeing here. Like I said, really the overall area here of seeing possible severe weather. We're going to show you guys exactly where is in the severe weather threat for today. If you guys are anywhere across the dark green or the yellow shaded colors here today, this includes portions of central and eastern Wyoming, portions of eastern Colorado, portions of Nebraska, Iowa, southeastern South Dakota, southern Minnesota, as well as Wisconsin. That is where the severe weather threat is for today. Now, like I was saying, there's a scale from 1 to 5. 5 being the worst, the higher the number, the more severe it gets. 1 being the lowest. But like I said, this is an overall severe scale. So regardless of what category you're in, there is still severe weather being possible. Now, like I said, we had that first threat, that 1 out of 5 severe threat across the areas here in green, basically saying, hey, we could expect some, marginalized severe weather, so maybe some scattered severe storms could be possible. But then we move into this yellow color, so this is actually a level 2 out of 5. So this is where the overall severe threat increases in overall coverage. Maybe a little bit more severe weather expected across those locations, and maybe even a little bit more intense storms could actually occur across those locations. So, and like I said, we're that level 2 out of 5, the greatest chance for severe weather today. That is located across portions of north, central, northeastern Iowa, southeastern Minnesota, as well as southwestern or west central Wisconsin. That is where our greatest chance is here for today. And actually, we do actually have that map here on our main screen here. If you take a look here back towards WSV3 here, you can actually see here where the where the yellow is. This is our greatest chance here. You can obviously see on the far left-hand side, that is where these severe storms are now starting to kick off here. Anyways, 602 says, what does the lime color mean? So you're talking about this big old shade. So this is basically saying, hey, we could see maybe a few storms, a few showers, a few storms, rumbles of thunder could not be ruled out, but they're not supposed to be severe. These are not severe storms. These are just what we call your generalized thunderstorm threat. This is just your general thunderstorm threat. What areas has a possibility of seeing thunderstorms? But like I said, the severe thunderstorms comes where the dark green starts, that level 1 out of 5, level 2 out of 5 across the yellow here. And in that case, that is our greatest potential for today across portions of northern Iowa, portions of southeastern Minnesota, and west central Wisconsin. That is what we are seeing here. Anyways, like I said, my friends, we have ourselves 2 severe thunderstorm warnings that is currently happening here directly west of Interstate 35 in north central Wisconsin. The first storm here for portions of Livermore. Livermore is mostly moving out of this storm here. Same thing for Bode as well. For the most part, this storm is mostly over for Bode and Livermore. Okay, so, but like I said, there's still probably some lightning that's happening. Okay, obviously there probably is still some lightning that is happening. We should still continue watching this here, so we'll keep an eye on it. But anyway, so Bode, Livermore, you're most likely, you've already seen the worst of it for the most part, but areas here of Lou Verne, or Verne, how you pronounce that, you're likely seeing the worst of it right now. In this case, we are expecting some damaging winds up to 60 miles per hour being possible. We have about 20 minutes to go, actually 17 minutes, so this will expire at 6:30 Eastern or 6:30 local time. If you're following along here on the Eastern time zone, this will be in effect until 7. This will be in effect here until 7:30. So that's kind of what we are seeing. Now, just to the north, we have another warning for portions here of Algona, portions here of Wesley, portions of Britt, included Corwith, and portions of Wadden as well. So this is another warning that's in effect here. We have 30 minutes to go on this guy until 7:45 Eastern or 6:45 Central and local time. So 6:45 local as well. So same thing for this guy. Compared to what's expected, the one just below, 60 mile per hour wind gusts is a possibility, and maybe even some hail up to the size of pennies could be possible. Let's see, any rain or storms tomorrow, says Not Zach. So here's the thing, we'll go ahead and show you really quickly tomorrow's outlook. We're not expecting any severe storms anywhere across the states as of right now tomorrow, which is definitely some good news. But like I said, for you tomorrow, you could still see a few showers, a few storms, as you are still in that generalized thunderstorm threat. But that is kind of what we are seeing here. But like I said, as of right now, you should relatively be fine, my friend, for the next few days. Anyways, let's see here. I haven't had any rain in 3 months. Well, yeah, a lot of places are in extreme droughts, and then you have other places that's actually in non-droughts here. I can actually show you guys something here. If we take a look at the overall, the National Weather Service thing, there's actually, I forgot how to get to it, but there is something we can actually look at here with the drought monitor. Here we go. So if you pull up the drought monitor, you can see which areas here are actually in a drought. A lot of places. And obviously, the kind of tan color is a mild, very, very, very mild drought. And obviously versus the dark red showing an extreme drought. So really, I mean, obviously for the most part, areas here in Kentucky, not in any drought. We've seen tons and tons of rainfall. Same thing for St. Louis and all those areas. Tons and tons of flooding over the last few days. But like I said, obviously in areas here in the Southwest, portions here in the Southern Plains, I mean, especially around these locations, tons and tons of dry conditions still ongoing here. Across these locations, still is very, very dry, and there is still drought conditions that is still ongoing there. So obviously that is kind of what we are seeing. So it is still absolutely pretty crazy there. But yeah, so that is what we are looking at, my friends. That is what we are seeing here. So like I said, we're going to continue watching this. Here we go. We actually have ourselves a damaging wind report coming through here. Let's see here. A damaging wind gust of 60 miles per hour has been reported here in Crosse County, Iowa. This was, like I said, 60 mile per hour wind gust. Wind gust from personal weather station. So this was here 7 miles east of Algona and Iowa here. This was reported at 6:04 Central Time. So 7:04 Eastern. So this is literally, about 12 minutes ago? This was reported here about 12 minutes ago. So this is relatively fresh off the press. We are seeing that. So here we go. So if we look at velocity scan here, you can actually see, if we bring up our probe here, you can actually see how some of these wind gusts might be getting up here towards 40 miles per hour there. I don't know how calibrated their weather station is, to be honest with you, but obviously we can start to see how there is obviously, some of these winds peaking up towards 40. I'm not really seeing many 60s, but obviously, like I said, this radar view is, a little bit far away, so obviously, but anyways. But regardless, we are likely seeing some pretty large gusts out of the storm here currently. So we definitely got to keep our eyes peeled for this. Regardless, it looks like we are seeing some actual damage reports coming, some wind gust reports coming through. And once you start to get up in that criteria of like 60 mile per hour and stuff like that, that's when you start to see some wind damage being a possibility and stuff like that. So obviously you don't want to deal with any of that stuff. That's pretty nasty things we're talking about. But anyways, so yeah, that is what we are looking at here. So I tell you what, my friends, something we haven't done yet, something I want to do here is I want to look at the forecast models here. I want to pull up the HRRR model, and I want to show you guys what we are kind of expected to see here. Now let's go ahead and pull this up here as of right now. Let's see, today is August 6th, obviously. So yeah, let's go ahead and bring up our models here. Let me actually go ahead and zoom out here, so we'll zoom in here. But yeah, so let's go ahead and bring up the models, and I'll go ahead and show you what we are expecting here in the long term. So the first time, this is in Eastern time, by the way, we're going to go ahead and switch to, let's see, so we'll switch to 7 o'clock here. So this is 7 o'clock Eastern time, so this is what currently is happening according to the models. This is our HRRR model. You can obviously see, according to this model, maybe a few storms firing off across central Nebraska, which I don't think is actually happening right now, but obviously these storms that's happening in Iowa is indeed occurring here. And so as we move into, like, say, 8 o'clock, as we move in an hour in advance, we can obviously start to see that this storm is going to increase in overall size, and it's really going to be rocking its way into portions of Wisconsin. Really going to be firing off here well into the midnight hours, most likely, according to this model here. We'll actually grab a different model here. This is our NAM model. You can see a very, very aggressive thunderstorm is going to be happening a lot tonight. Lots and lots of nasty, nasty thunderstorms we are likely going to be seeing here for the next several hours. So, anyways, y'all, please be safe out there. We are going to watch this closely. We are going to be monitoring this severe weather event. We know that we are going to be here for you guys and stuff like that. So we're going to continue giving you guys coverage here. We're going to make sure that you guys are staying up to date with the latest information and everything like that. That's what we're here for. We want you guys to be prepared, and obviously that is what we're here for. But anyway, so let's go ahead and switch on back here. Like I said, my friends, we have ourselves 2 active severe thunderstorm warnings that's in effect for the slight risk area here for today. We'll go ahead and switch on back here to the main, back to reflectivity scan here. Pretty nasty storms ongoing here in north central portions of Iowa. Like I said, our first severe thunderstorm warning that we do have in effect is across portions here of Livermore as well as Bode. Like I was saying, though, Bode is relatively out of this warning here. I mean, you're still in the warning, but you're out of the storm here for the most part. But like I was saying, obviously Livermore, kind of nearly the same thing. Now, the only area here that's inside the warning that's likely still getting some pretty nasty conditions is like towards Luverne. That's kind of what we are looking at here as of right now. So 60 mile per hour wind gusts and penny-sized hail could be possible out of this storm here. Now, just to the north, this is also in northwestern Iowa here as well, towards areas here of Algona, portions here of Corwith, portions of Wesley included, and Britt included, obviously, in Wooden or Wadden. I don't know exactly pronounce it. It's not Wooden. I think it's Wadden. But anyways, this is also for the same criteria: 60 mile per hour wind gusts, and obviously maybe some penny-sized hail as well. So that is kind of what we are talking about out of the storm here. So expect some wind gusts. And like I was actually saying, we actually do have a wind gust report here from just a few minutes ago. let's see, this was probably, so this was reported at 4:04. So this is actually 16 minutes ago. This just got reported here. A 60-mile-per-hour wind gust has been reported in Crosse County, Iowa, 7 miles southeast of Algona. So this was obviously a pretty fresh report. Like I said, obviously 16 minutes ago. But anyways, that is what we are seeing here. Obviously, that is considered damaging winds. That is considered severe. So that is something we are going to be watching out for. Anyways, let's see. We got some more comments coming through here. Let's see here. Hi, I love weather happening. Let's see here. Happenings from Pennsylvania. Well, Penny, glad to have you here. Hope you're doing all right. Shay says, how does Central Iowa look for tonight? So like I was saying, across the Des Moines region here in Central Iowa, relatively just, I'd say 30 miles to the north of Iowa is where the north of Des Moines, that's kind of right where the severe line starts. That's where the severe weather line kind of starts here. Now, like I said, obviously towards Des Moines, we're not expecting any severe storms. That line is right here just north of Cedar Rapids and north of Des Moines. Kind of towards the Ames line, kind of towards the Waterloo line and Carroll. Anything north of Ames here, that's where the severe weather threat is. Obviously, the more further northeast you go into Iowa, that's where the greater the potential threat is across the state of Iowa. But anyways, thank you so much for joining us, Shay. Glad to have you here in South Central Iowa. So yeah, South Central Iowa, we're not really expecting anything to occur. So you specifically, based off of what you're saying, you should be okay. I mean, you should be fine. Now, you are in the generalized thunderstorm threat. That's what the light green shows us, is saying, hey, honestly, maybe we could see a few storms could happen. But yeah, so that is kind of what we are talking about. Let's see here. But yeah, so that's what we're paying attention to. Well, thank you for joining us, Shay, once again. Let's see here. A Bug says, love the future radar. Well, thank you so much. Greatly appreciated. Yeah, so it's just actually something we've been looking at here. Like I was saying, the models are looking pretty aggressive over the next little bit here. So we're definitely going to be needing to cover this probably for the next several hours. I mean, this is pretty nasty here, and we're definitely going to be here to cover this for you guys. Noob34 says, do I remember when we had a huge hook that one day? Don't know exactly specifically what you're talking about or what day that was, but I have seen a lot of huge hook echoes in my lifetime. That is for sure. But yeah, so that is, so that's that. So anyways, but yeah, so right now, guys, like I said, we have only, it says 3 severe thunderstorm warnings, but I'm only seeing 2 of them. Like I said, there's really only 2 that's happening here. The one we literally just talked about here in north central Iowa. I don't know where these other ones are even at. I mean, like I said, there was a few in Georgia, but that's not there anymore. I'm seriously telling you guys, this is seriously bothering me. I cannot find where this other... There it is. Okay. There it is. Southeastern Wyoming. I was about to lose it because I could not find this weather warning. Anyways, so here we go. So we have ourselves a severe thunderstorm warning that is in effect here west of LaGrange. This is right here across portions east of Interstate 25 and north of Interstate 80. So 60-mile-per-hour wind gusts and quarter-size hail is a possibility out of the storm here. So both the hail and the severe winds is considered severe. So expect both of those to occur. Let's look at radar view. Let's see what's going on with this guy from a close-up view. So yeah, obviously you can kind of tell here, like I was telling you guys a little bit ago, once you start to move into these zones where you start to see the pinks and the purples and the blues start to pop up, that's where radar is scanning some large objects. In this case, some large chunks of ice. And obviously that is where we are likely seeing some hail being possible. Is across those locations there. So obviously, we got to watch out for these, as hail could be falling out of the storm here. Like I said, this has 36 minutes to go till 6 o'clock Mountain Time, 7 o'clock Central, and 8 o'clock Eastern. Depends on if you guys are following along on what time zone. But that's the times whenever this does get expired here. So, a little bit over a half hour to go. 36 minutes before this does get canceled here. Let's see here. But yeah, so that is what we're looking at. Let's see here. Shay says, cool, thanks. You're very, very welcome. Let's see here. Shannon says, I'm actually in that storm. Well, stay safe there, Shannon. If you have any questions, let me know. It would be recommended to stay away from windows. I'm going to go ahead and tell you that right now. Stay away from windows. I'm sure there's some lightning that's going on too, mixing in with possible hail and maybe some damaging winds as well. So just stay safe out there. Definitely be indoors. That's something you definitely want to do. And just please be safe. Please just stay safe out there, okay? And once again, if you have any questions, let me know. But anyways, guys, switching on over to the big severe area here for today. In north central Iowa, if you guys don't know where Iowa is, here's the United States. Here is Iowa. In the Midwest region, So we are monitoring not one, but 2 severe thunderstorm warnings that's in effect here. The first one is across portions of Livermore, Luverne. Like I said, for Livermore and Bode, the storm is relatively mostly out of those locations. It's just for Luverne is currently where we are actively seeing, the severe storm is still ongoing here for the most part. It actually looks like conditions might be improving. According to what radar is showing, that precipitation looks like it might be lighting up across those locations there. So we have 4 minutes to go. This will expire here at 7:30 Eastern. This is in the Central Time Zone, though, so this will be in effect until 6:30 Central Time, or local time here, 6:30. So that's 4 minutes to go, not too much longer. Now, just to the north here, we have another warning here, not too far up, once again, in north central Iowa, across portions here of Crystal Lake, portions of Wadden, portions of Britt, Corwith, and Algona, as well as Burt here included. Now, this guy has a little bit longer compared to that other storm here. Like I was saying, obviously some damaging wind gusts, in regard to timing, we have about 20 minutes to go. So in this case, it'll be around 6:45 local time, 6:45 Central, when this does get canceled, or 7:45 Eastern time. So that is kind of what we are looking at here. But also in this case, I mean, between the 2 storms, 60-mile-per-hour wind gusts and penny-size hail is possible. 0.75 inch, which is equivalent to a penny size. I'm sure you guys have seen a penny sometime in your life. Sure you guys have. So penny-sized hail mixing in with some 60-mile-per-hour wind gusts could be possible out of these storms here. So that is kind of what we are looking at. We also really need to watch these guys to the south here. I mean, like I said, right now they're not really anything too impressive. For the most part, you can see just little pop-up cells firing off here. But like I said, these guys could quickly go severe warn at any given moment. These guys can really quickly go severe warn. So obviously, we're going to keep on watching these, and we're going to see if they are going to go severe warn. We're definitely going to keep our eyes out for it. Anyways, let's go and see here. Devin says, how is Wassaw, Wisconsin looking for tonight? So like I was mentioning earlier, my friend, Wassaw up here in basically north central Wisconsin does have a severe weather threat for today. Like I said, the storms are not necessarily in Wisconsin right now. It's going to take a little bit before they start to get into Wisconsin. But as of right now, like I said, Wassaw does indeed have a severe weather threat for hail and damaging winds being possible. Anyways, what's the best free radar? Do you want professional radar, or do you want, like, normal reflectivity radar? If you want professional radar, I really don't know any. You can just look up the National Weather Service website. They have their own radar. And if you want a normal radar, my radar would probably be a good way to go. Like I said, obviously we have to use, like, the professional radars because of obvious reasons. We need to dive more into the storm here. But anyways, let's see here. Sunflower says, how about Ohio? So, yeah, we were also looking at Ohio earlier today as well. Good news for you guys. Both today and tomorrow, we're not expecting any severe storms to happen across Ohio. We're actually looking relatively okay for you guys as well. Like I said, for today, the area where we are expecting severe weather being possible is across these areas here in the dark green and in the yellow shaded colors. Like I said, there's a scale from 1 to 5, 5 being the worst, 5 being the most severe, and 1 being the least severe. Like I said, the light green is a general thunderstorm threat where severe weather is not expected, but some storms are possible. Then once we move into the dark green, that's where that first level of severity does kick in here. Like I said, with that level 1 out of 5. So basically that's saying that is still a severe threat, by the way. That is still a severe possibility of where we could see a few severe storms happening. So obviously across portions of Wisconsin, Wyoming, portions here of Wyoming, portions here of eastern Colorado, moving into Nebraska, northern Iowa, southern Minnesota, very far southeastern South Dakota as possible too, and moving into Wisconsin there. That's where the severe threat does exist. But like I was saying, we have another level. We have a 2 out of 5 weather threat here for today across northeastern Iowa, southeastern Minnesota, and southwestern or west central Wisconsin here. That is our big threat here for today. So this area here in the yellow, that is our area we are mostly paying attention to for today. That is where the greatest severe weather threat is located here. Now, like I was saying, in regard to tornadoes is not a concern for today. Thankfully, we don't have a tornado threat for today. We are looking okay. However, damaging winds, like I said, obviously is the biggest concern. 5% chance of seeing damaging winds across the brown color here for today. With that slight risk, that increased threat, moving up to a 15% risk here, 3 times the amount of chance of seeing damaging winds across that level 2 out of 5 versus the 1 out of 5 threat. And in regard to hail, it's pretty much the same for everyone in regard to the hail threat. 5% chance for everyone, stretching all the way from Wisconsin all the way to Wyoming. So that's kind of what we are talking about. That is where the hail threat is. Like I said, tornado is not a concern. Wind is the main concern, followed by the exceptional hail threat as well. But that is kind of what we are actively seeing here. Anyways, we got ourselves a new update here on those storms. First of all, that back warning we were just now looking at has gotten canceled. The one that was in effect, let's go and zoom up here towards when this was issued here just a moment ago. For the portions here, let's see, towards Whitmore, portions of West Bend, obviously that one's been canceled a little bit ago. No longer in effect here. So obviously that's no longer in effect. The only severe thunderstorm warning we do have in effect here now, that's across portions of the the main area we're watching today, across north central Iowa. The only severe thunderstorm warning we do have in effect here, we have ourselves a little bit to go, 14 minutes to go. So this will be until 7:45 Eastern, 6:45 Central Time, or local time, 6:45 here. So we are expecting, obviously, some damaging winds up to 60 miles per hour being possible, maybe even some hail up to the size of pennies could be possible. So areas here towards Wadden, portions of Crystal Lake included, portions there of Britt included as well. Relatively east here of Wesley now, and towards Corwith, that is where this warning is currently located. So that is kind of where we are watching. But like I was saying, we really got to watch out for these guys just to the southwest as well. Let's see here. Is this storm heading towards Minneapolis here? So here's actually the good news. We're not expecting any severe weather to occur across Minneapolis. That's looking all right. For the right now, like I said, you are in that generalized thunderstorm threat. You are in that generalized thunderstorm risk, so basically saying a few storms could happen. It's possible. But like I said, for the most part, honestly, I think we're mostly okay. A few showers is kind of look like what's happening towards Minneapolis right now. But like I was saying, for the most part, the severe weather is just to your south. It's just to the south of you. So you should be okay, my friend. You should definitely be okay. You should definitely be okay. Devin says, hail video tweeted. Okay, let's go and take a look here at what Devin has indeed sent us. I got to pull up Twitter here. So let's see. Let's go ahead and pull up what Devin has apparently. So Devin has sent us a hail video apparently. Let's see. This is in Boaz. I don't know exactly where this is at, but anyways, let's go and take a look at this here really quickly. Switching on over here to the Twitter view. This was uploaded by James Spann, but obviously this was this is reported by Devin here. You can obviously see apparently there is a little bit of hail. Okay, so this looks like kind of maybe towards nickel-sized hail. It's not really anything too crazy. But it kind of looks like maybe nickel to quarter size hail, maybe. I wouldn't say, honestly, maybe a little bit more smaller than quarter size hail. But obviously, that is definitely still some hail. Well, thank you so much for reporting that, my friend. Greatly, greatly appreciated here. Let's see, we also got another report coming in here from him a little bit ago. Oh, yeah, look at that. Wow, yeah, we got to listen to that one here. Multiple. We gotta pause that. I mean, look at that. If we play it, pause it right there. Look at that strike. That is nuts. Yeah, multiple strikes here. So this is what we call a positive lightning strike. Positive lightning strikes are way more energized. They have a lot more energy, so they don't just strike once. They strike multiple times, as you can actually see in this case. Now, we also have a negative lightning strike, which just zaps usually once. Now, these positive ones are the most deadly ones. These are the ones that most likely has the most fatalities. Which, as you can see, obviously due to the amount of times it zaps you. I mean, you can see there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, about like 6 or so that you can visibly see. But I can tell you, if you slow down the footage, if you had a very slow camera, you'd notice that it actually flickers way more than just like 6 times. It flickers a lot more than that. So that is what we are looking at. Absolutely crazy. And here comes the thunder. Multiple rounds of multiple thunderclaps there as more strikes continues to hit here. But once again, thank you so much for reporting that there, Devin. And this was uploaded by Chenille Wimberly WX. So thank you so much, greatly appreciated. But yeah, pretty crazy lightning. Lightning is definitely adrenalizing, that's for sure. You definitely get your adrenaline going, that's for sure. Okay, now here's the thing, my friends. The more I'm looking at this, let's switch over to Des Moines radar here. It looks like the more I'm looking at this storm towards Fort Dodge, this might be trying to develop into something severe. Okay, so we got to watch out for this. This thing might eventually go severe warn down the line. I'm not going to say it's going to happen anytime soon, but it might happen in a little bit towards Eagle Grove, maybe being possible. Like I was saying, the reason is because this storm has all of the environment just to the south to develop in. It has all that environment to mature into. So I definitely say it's possible. I would definitely say it is a possibility that this thing could eventually go warned here. It really looks like that this is really starting to stretch. It looks like it is really, really starting to stretch here all across these locations. So obviously, it's definitely materializing. It is definitely getting there. And like I said, as of right now, guys, for the people who are joining and you have not heard the information, the Storm Prediction Center of the National Weather Service is considering issuing a severe thunderstorm watch for these locations here. But that is what we are talking about. Let's see here. Bug says, gotta go. Thanks, Andrew, for awesome storm reporting. Great job. Well, thank you so much, Bug. Really appreciate it, and hope you have a wonderful rest of your night there. Let's see here. Ches says, bro, a whole strip of Colorado has aerial flood watch. Well, stay safe out there, my friend. Megan says, another thing about positive lightning strike is the fact that the thunder comes after is louder and lasts longer than negative strikes. That is actually pretty true. Yeah, like I said, those positive strikes have a lot more energy in them, and they zap multiple times, which is pretty crazy. Lightning is so cool. And actually, I don't know if you guys knew that there was actually two different types. There's negative and positive lightning strikes, which is actually really, really cool how all of that works. It's really, really neat. But anyway, so yeah, Megan, you are correct about that. They do tend to be a lot more louder in the fact because they have a lot more energy. And if you did not know, obviously lightning causes thunder because, light travels faster than sound, dispersing all the air around it from plasma. Obviously, plasma is what lightning is, and it zaps faster, about the speed of light, obviously, and causes the, I think it's a little bit slower than the speed of light, but anyways, it causes, all the surrounding air that the plasma is traveling through to basically shoot out in a shockwave, which causes, obviously, the thunder that you hear. So yeah, lightning comes first, and then you hear thunder. That's why if you see lightning and you count, if you count 1 1,000, 2 1,000, and that'll tell you how far away that lightning strike was. And that's what they say, like the center of the storm usually has the most active lightning strikes, which that's usually true. I mean, that's usually true in most of that. But yeah, so that actually is a way to measure. That's definitely for sure. Now, is it the most accurate thing? Not necessarily, because lightning can strike anywhere inside the thunderstorm. So obviously, but it is definitely a good thing to know. But anyway, so we are still watching a severe thunderstorm warning that's in effect across the north central side here of Iowa. This is basically west here of Interstate 35. This is areas here does include Crystal Lake, portions of Wadden, portions of, let's see here, this is across portions of Britt, east of Wesley, and Corwith. So we are actively watching this here right now. So we have 7 minutes to go. This will expire here at 7:45 Eastern Time or 6:45 Central or local time. So this is Central Time here. That is kind of what we are looking at. But anyway, so yeah, that is what we are actually seeing here. So we have 60-mile-per-hour wind gusts being the main concern out of the storm here, followed by maybe some hail up to the size of pennies being possible here. So definitely is something we got to watch out for. So definitely watch out for penny-sized hail and maybe some wind gusts up to 60 miles per hour. Like I said, this storm is really, really maturing. I mean, especially over the last several frames here, you can obviously see just how much more larger this thing is really starting to kind of fire off here. If you look above my head here, on the very, very top scan on infrared view, on the infrared satellite, you can actually see I can't really point there, but if you look up towards pretty much the top central portion, you can see that big burst of red start to pop up there. I can just pull it up for you guys. I'll just tell you what. I'll go ahead and just show you guys really quickly. But anyways, like I said, you can really start to see that thunderstorm growth that's starting to occur here. So I'll go ahead and show you what I'm talking about here. If we switch to localized sectors here in Iowa and we switch to the infrared scan and I show you what we're talking about here, you'll see exactly what I'm talking about. So let's go ahead and switch over to that here right now. So, but anyway, so here's the satellite view. Here's kind of what's happening. You can obviously tell, like I said, right there, that big old plume, that is strong convection. You can obviously see how it pops up like that. I mean, look how crazy that is. So obviously in north central Iowa, those storms are starting to get pretty nasty. So, like I said, it's really starting to kick off now, my friends. It's really starting to go. And so this is going to definitely need monitoring here over the next while. You can obviously see here's the actual here's the actual visible satellite. You can see that big old puffy clouds. It looks like it's almost boiling at the top. This is what we call convection. Basically, that big old circulation of hot air and cold air. Hot air rises, cools down, then starts to sink. Hot air rises, and it heats up again, rises, cools down, starts to sink. It's basically just buoyancy. So that's where that's where the instability in the atmosphere comes from. It's obviously all that rising air creates buoyancy, and that's where how thunderstorm clouds start to grow up verticals, because they have buoyancy and they're positively buoyant, which causes their updrafts to kick off. And in this case, this is a positively buoyant storm, and this is where obviously that all that stacked amount of clouds is creating a lot of drag on the bottom of it. The gravity's pulling down on all that condensation, causing heavy rain and all kinds of stuff to happen. Anyways, that is kind of going too far in depth there. But anyway, so yeah, that's kind of that's what I was telling you guys about. is absolutely, this storm is definitely on a strengthening trend here. It's actually pretty nasty looking. So we definitely have got to watch this very, very closely. But anyways, guys, like I said, thank you all for joining us today. If you guys are new to the channel, consider hitting that subscribe button, guys. We're going to try to get to 5,000 subscribers tonight. We'll see if we can do it. Right now, we're at 4,960. It only goes by 10, so you can see right down that counter right there. That is our subscriber count. So if you guys do want to hit that subscribe button while you're at it, it'd be greatly appreciated, guys. Like I said, we cover anywhere here in the country. We're going to try to get to 5,000. We're going to see if we can do it. I believe we can. I definitely do believe that we can. So if you're not already, guys, consider it. I'm not going to tell you to do it. I'm just saying consider it. And if you are enjoying the coverage, leave a like. If you're not enjoying it, leave a dislike. That's perfectly fine. It gives me the information that I need to know to do better and stuff like that. So obviously, once again, just thank you guys for hanging out with us for today. And thank you guys for being a part of this. But anyways, so we have 4 minutes to go on that one severe thunderstorm warning that's in effect here. It looks like we now have another warning in effect for portions of Colorado. This is just southeast of Denver, actually, towards portions here of La Junta. This is towards portions of Ordway included. Ordway, I think that's how you pronounce it. Ordway, directly west here of Los Animas. Anyway, so 60-mile-per-hour wind gusts and quarter-size hail. So this actually has over an hour before this does get canceled here. So we have ourselves quite a while before this does get canceled. Anyway, so we have ourselves about 80 minutes, which is equivalent to about, it's a little bit less than an hour and a half. You know, a little bit less than an hour and a half there. So that is what we are seeing. So obviously we are actively seeing this. So in this case, damaging winds up to 60 miles per hour. And in this case, obviously hail up to quarter size is definitely a possibility here. We'll go and grab the radar scan here. We'll go and see what's going on with this guy. I do not see that we are at 4,970. Guys, let's do it. We got this. We're going to see if we can get to 5,000. That is our goal for tonight. But I can tell you, I mean, yeah, those look like a pretty nasty amount of storms is happening here. Relatively just east here, east-southeast of Denver. It definitely looks like things are really starting to kick off here across this location. So we have ourselves, like I said, a little bit over an hour to go here, a little bit less than an hour and a half. Like I said, obviously once you start to move into these, like, you know, the pinks and the purples and the blues, like I said, that's where the radar is starting to scan some ice crystals up there. So maybe some hail could obviously be a possibility out of that storm. Not just the damaging wind possibility, but maybe even some hail as well could be a possibility. Let's see. Haley says, are we going to have a thunderstorm for Kansas City metro area that's not severe tomorrow? So like I was saying, tomorrow across Kansas City anyways, you're not supposed to see any severe thunderstorms between today and tomorrow. So you are looking relatively okay. You should be all right, my friend. But yeah. So that is what we are seeing. It looks like we now have a new severe thunderstorm warning here for portions of Tennessee as well. Here in Chattanooga. Let's see here. We have ourselves, so we have 32 minutes to go, so this will expire. Let's see here. I believe this is at 8:15 Eastern time, if I'm not mistaken. Let's see here, 8:15. Let me double check on that actually. Yeah, so until 8:15 p.m. Eastern time is whenever this does get expired here. So we have a little bit to go here, so 8:15. Anyway, so this is across portions of Chattanooga, obviously, East Ridge, East Brainerd. Portions here are Bernard. I think it's Bernard here. Portions of Lookout Mountain, Harrison. Red Bank is mostly out of this for the most part. As the storm is mostly away east of you and moving away from you currently still. Same thing for Middle Valley included. So mostly just Harrison, Chattanooga, East Ridge, East Bernard, and Lookout Mountain. That is likely where we are seeing the worst out of this. But anyway, so we have ourselves until 8:15 local time, Eastern time here. This is for 60 mile per hour wind gusts, so winds could get up to 60 miles per hour at a given point here. So obviously some damaging wind gusts can be possible. And also penny-sized hail. So maybe some hail up to the size of pennies could be a possible here too. Like I said, penny-sized hail is not considered severe. Once you start to get into the realm of quarter-sized hail, that's whenever it starts to get severe. That's whenever it starts to get, classified as actually severe. So once you move into that, that's when things start to get a little bit more crazy here. Let's see. Taniel is upgraded to a Category 4. Wow there, Taniel. Well, thank you so much. Greatly appreciated, my friend. Yeah, Category 4. That's definitely a pretty high category. Well, thank you so much, Taniel. Greatly appreciate it. A huge shout out goes to my man Taniel for helping out the channel today. Has upgraded to a Category 4 hurricane. That's nuts. That's actually really, really nuts. If you guys would like to become a member and get personalized forecasts, we usually do those at least twice a week. If you guys would like to be interested in that, check out our link in the description. We have our memberships. If you guys would like to become a member of the channel, and obviously we do personal forecasts for members only. And we got you guys covered. But once again, thank you so much, Taniel. Greatly, greatly appreciated. That is definitely a pretty big thing up there. Thank you. Thank you so much. But anyway, so yeah, so once again, we have a storm towards Chattanooga. Like I was saying, between the Mid-Atlantic and between portions of the Southeast today, we actually are seeing ourselves, in this case, we actually are seeing ourselves a lot of scattered storms being likely. A lot of scattered thunderstorms is likely going to occur here. So that's definitely something we got to watch out for. Now, would it be impossible if a few go severe? Absolutely not. I mean, it's definitely possible. Like I said, but majorly, we are not expecting the majority of them to become severe. That's hence why there's no severe threat across those locations there. But anyways, so that is what we are looking at. But like I said, though, once we move into the dark green and once we move into the yellow here, that is where obviously like I said, that's obviously where that's that. But anyways, let's see here. Daniel has gifted 5 NWW116 memberships. I don't even know what that means here. Let's go and see here. Devin. Let's see here. Team Kenny, Miss Anonymous, Sarah. Well, thank you so much. Well, there you go, y'all. There you go. So Daniel has indeed helped out people. Well, there you go. Well, once again there, Daniel, greatly appreciated, my friend. You're really helping out the channel today. Means a lot, my friend. Thank you so much. Means a lot. So obviously to Devin, to Team Kenny, Miss Anonymous, Sarah, and Chris, you are all now members of the channel. Well, thank you all so much. Greatly appreciated. Let's see here. Haley says, thank you for checking on Kansas City Metro. You're very, very welcome, Haley. That is what we are here for, my friend. That is the part what we're here for. Anyway, so yeah, so that is what we are watching, guys. That is what we are going to keep our eyes out here for. So once again, they actually just issued another mesoscale discussion, actually now considering flooding being a possibility. So now we're probably going to see some flooding. Let's go and see if there's any watches. There's something we got to look at here. Okay, so we're going to turn on the National Weather Service advisories for a second. We're going to wait for this to load. But once again, thank you so much, Daniel. Thank you so much, seriously, for not only becoming a Category 4, but also for basically becoming, obviously for the gifts to the people. Greatly appreciated. Means a lot. Seriously, thank you. But let's go ahead and load up these advisories here. We're going to wait for them to load here really quickly. But yeah, so that is, we're definitely... We're waiting for this thing to load here. It'll take a second. So see, Blaze says, Chris, you're so lucky. I'm friends with Chris Daniel. He is so happy. Well, that's good. That's definitely good there. Well, yeah, special thanks goes out there. There we go. Now they're starting to pop up. Special thanks goes to Daniel for helping you guys out. Seriously. But anyways, let's go ahead and see here. So we have ourselves, a flood watch that is in effect here. That's what the... Go ahead and turn off the convective outlooks here. We'll also turn off the mesoscale discussions here. So that's what the blue means right here in southeastern Minnesota, obviously kind of around the areas where the severe watches are. So obviously in these locations in Wisconsin, portions here of northeastern Iowa and southeastern Minnesota, that is where we actually do have ourselves some flood watches. It's in effect here until tomorrow, until 10 o'clock in the morning. Okay, so tomorrow until 10 o'clock in the morning is whenever these do get like that. But anyway, so yeah, that is flood watches that is in effect here. We also still have some flood watches that's also in effect across portions of eastern Kentucky, portions here of West Virginia included, and even portions of southern Ohio. So that is a lot going on there too, towards Denver as well. Like I said, a lot of places is under these watches here. I think we have ourselves... let's see, we have ourselves some winter weather. I think that was actually been ongoing here. Let's see. Bring periods of snow to areas here above 3,000 feet. So yeah, the special weather statements in effect here. I was noticing we have a special weather statement for Wausau. Let's see here. Okay, Doppler radar is tracking thunderstorms. Okay, let's actually take a look at that. Let's actually pull up the local... Let's pull up the local radar view here. Let's go and see what's happening towards... obviously, we got Green Bay radar here. Towards Wausau. Apparently, there is a special weather statement that's in effect here. Which you can see is right there. That's where the yellow is. But anyways. So yeah, a strong storm, but not a severe storm. That's what a special weather statement does. Basically saying, hey, a strong storm is obviously there, but not classified as severe. So obviously that is what we are looking at. But still, absolutely. Absolutely. So we got to watch out for that storm too, as it could, in theory, go severe warn here relatively soon. So we'll definitely keep our eyes out here for it. Anyways, but we're going to keep our eyes open for it. I mean, still, we don't have a severe watch in effect here. We're going to turn off the advisories here for now. We'll turn back on the outlooks and the mesoscale discussions here. But like I was saying, though, as of right now, they still have not made the decision on issuing that watch yet. Like I said, it's still not a guaranteed thing that they will, but personally, I kind of think that they might. Considering what we are actively seeing here. I mean, these storms are definitely increasing. They're definitely getting quite strong. Like I said, we have ourselves some pretty pretty daggone strong storms all across portions of north central Iowa, from Fort Dodge all the way up to Lake Mills here. So areas here towards Mason City and Clarin. Definitely has got to watch this here very, very, very closely. Very, very closely here. Directly west of Interstate 35, so lots of Interstate 35 is likely going to be getting impacted quite heavily by this here relatively soon. So we definitely got to keep our eyes open for this, as this is actually, this is actually getting quite crazy here. So we'll definitely keep on watching this. Like I said, obviously these storms are going to continue progressing to the northeast as we do track down here into tonight. So like I said, as we were looking at models here, we're actually going to show you guys what I'm talking about here again. As we were looking at models and stuff like that, currently the time is almost 8 o'clock Eastern, so we're going to switch to 8 o'clock here on the models, which I'm going to go ahead and show you right now. As we were looking, these storms are definitely going to intensify and continue to really plume off over the next several hours, and potentially even into the midnight hours here. Here's radar scan. Obviously, right here is... we'll go back to 8 o'clock here. So you can obviously see some storms firing off. And like I said, we're probably going to see lots of multicellular, lots of clustered severe storms continuing into past midnight here. So that is kind of weird looking at here. Amish is... I saw you say hello there from... I didn't catch the most of it. Say hello there. Well, Amish, sorry about that. Our Nightbot is a little bit overpowered there for now. We're going to fix that problem, but obviously if you spam it all caps, that's what it does. But obviously, welcome. Thank you for joining us here for today. It goes to all of you guys. Thank you all for being a part of the channel, guys. Y'all absolutely rock. If you're new to the channel, consider hitting that subscribe button while you're at it, guys. We are on the road to 5,000 subscribers. The ultimate goal is to reach that 5,000 mark by the end of tonight. That's the plan. That's the plan. We'll see if we can do it. We're so close. We're only like 30-something subscribers. I don't even think that many. We're like 20-something subscribers away, and we have over 200 people watching. So if you guys are not subscribed, I'm not telling you guys, I'm not forcing you guys to, but I'm just going to say consider subscribing. That way you guys continue to be up on top of the weather and stuff like that. It'll be greatly appreciated, guys. Thank you all for being a part of this. It definitely means a lot here. So, but anyway, so yeah, that is what we are watching here. And like I was saying a little bit ago, we actually did have ourselves a wind gust report here up to 60 miles per hour here. This was obviously a little bit ago, but that is what we are watching here. Now, as of right now, we have ourselves 4 severe thunderstorm warnings scattered all across portions here of, not actually across Iowa anymore right now. Right now, we're kind of in a clear. In Iowa right now, obviously there is still that severe storm that strong storm that is going, but it's not severe anymore. But here in Denver, or just southeast of Denver here in Colorado, we don't have just 1, but 2 actual severe storms that is ongoing here. So we'll pay attention to this here. So actually, look at this. Not 1, but 2. Obviously here for portions of La Junta, portions towards Ordway as well. We have ourselves a severe thunderstorm warning that's in effect here for just a little bit over an hour here. We obviously have ourselves for a little bit more to go here. But obviously for La Junta, portions of Ordway here. So we are watching out for this. So 60 mile per hour wind gusts and quarter size hail is a possibility. So that is what we are looking at here. 60 mile per hour wind gusts and quarter size hail. We're definitely going to need to watch this here. Now as we look here across just northwest of that, we have a new warning, a relatively new warning that's popped up here not so long ago for 60 mile per hour wind gusts, as well as 1.25 inch, which is equivalent to $half size hail. So obviously $half size hail is possible here. So that is what we are watching out for. So, but anyway, so now we're watching for, like I said, obviously some large hail mixed in with those damaging winds. I think the subscriber count went down. I don't think it's because people unsubscribed. It likes to glitch out a lot every once in a while, you guys. So just because it says 4,960 does not mean that's actually what it is at right now. Let me actually double check though. I want to see what it's at right now. I will tell you the true amount. Yeah, it did actually get glitched here. It's actually, we're still in the 4,080 mark for some reason. YouTube glitches with the subscriber count a lot. So obviously, yeah, we're still up there. But guys, like I said, if you are new, consider it. It'd be greatly appreciated. But yeah, so that's what's going on there in Colorado. Some pretty nasty, some pretty strong storms ongoing there. Some of those including being severe here. Now, like I was saying, towards Chattanooga, Tennessee here, towards Chattanooga, we actually do have ourselves another severe thunderstorm warning that is in effect here across these locations between portions here of Interstate 75. Obviously, the odd states being the odd interstates going north and south here. So for Chattanooga here, for the most part, portions here of East Ridge, East Bernard, portions of Harrison. Yeah, you're obviously gonna watch out for this. We have 20 minutes to go, basically here until Let's see, 7:15 local time or 7:15 Eastern time here. So we have ourselves a little bit to go before this does get expired here. So watch out for that. As damaging winds up to 60 miles per hour is possible, and in this case, obviously maybe some penny-sized hail could also be a concern here as well. So that is kind of what we are looking at. That is what we are seeing here at the moment. So we're going to keep on watching it. We're going to see exactly how this does play out here. So, guys, please be safe out there. You got any questions, we're trying to throw them down here before you got, or throw them down in the chat here. We're going to be here for y'all. Let's see here. Yo, it's been a while. Back though, glad to have you here. Anything for Garfield Heights, Ohio. So here's the thing. Like we were looking at Ohio earlier. For portions today and tomorrow, Ohio is not expected to see any severe weather for today or tomorrow. So you actually are looking okay. I can tell you that regardless without looking, you are okay, my friend. We're not expecting anything in Ohio here for today or tomorrow. Now, like I was saying, guys, if we take a look here back at the Storm Prediction Center here, this is where we are expecting severe weather for today. Now, like I said, we have ourselves 3 different shades of color. We have a light green, a dark green, and a yellow. The light green says, hey, thunderstorms are possible, so expect maybe some thunderstorms that could exist along the areas here, but for the most part, they're not expected to be severe. They're not forecasted to be severe. However, like I said, there is a severe category, and once you, like I said, there's 5 levels of severe category, regardless of what level you're in, you are still in that severe threat. I'm going to go ahead and make sure that you guys remember that. But regardless, like I said, we have 5 different levels. The higher the number, the more severe it does get. So the first level, 1 out of 5, is across the areas here in the dark green. Where severe weather is expected for today, or expected to possibly occur, is across portions of eastern Wyoming, eastern portions of Colorado, into Nebraska, northern, pretty much central and northern portions of Iowa, southeastern South Dakota, as well as portions of south central portions here of Minnesota, really just southern Minnesota here, as well as central and western Wisconsin. That is where our overall severe threat is for today. Like I said, that's where the level 1 out of 5 is. And then, if you look closely, we actually have a yellow area. This is actually at level 2 out of 5. So this is where we are expecting more widespread severe weather, the more likely chance of seeing severe weather, as well as maybe even being more severe across this highlighted area. But like I said, regardless of what level you are in, you are still in that severe threat for today. And that is something that we are still going to be watching out for. Now, like I said, tornadoes is not a concern. Thank goodness. We're not expecting any tornadoes to occur. We're not expecting tornadoes to happen today. However, damaging winds is obviously the main concern. 5% chance of seeing so across the brown, and a 15% chance, 3 times the amount of the marginal risk here compared to that slight risk, that 2 out of 5 threat, is a lot higher. And hail is kind of the same for everyone for the most part in that 5% margin. So hail and damaging winds, obviously damaging winds being the main primary threat, with hail being that secondary threat. So that is actually what we are looking at here for today. So, but that's what we're looking at. That is what we are seeing here. No, like thunderstorms, check my radar so I can see my weather outlook. Okay, so yeah, we'll go and take a look here at Ohio really quickly. We'll go and grab a southwestern view. Like I said, right now here in Ohio, we could still expect maybe a few storms here. I'm actually going to grab a view here. You can obviously see a bunch of scattered storms throughout the state. Not really too many, though. Relatively small storms, too, for the most part. We'll also grab a Cleveland radar view here, too. Like I said, for the most part, things are mostly okay across Ohio. You can obviously see really not too much action going on here in Ohio, so you should be relatively okay, my friend. You should be fine. But anyways, yeah, so that is what we are looking at here right now. So we are going to keep our eyes peeled over the next several hours. We are expecting severe weather to possibly occur across upper portions of Iowa into southeastern Minnesota, as well as southwestern or west central Wisconsin. So that is kind of what we are looking at here. Let's see here. Hi from Ernie, Cedar Falls, Iowa. We're glad to have you here, my friend. Hope you're doing all right. How is Hurley, South Dakota? So here we go, Logan. So here in South Dakota, the only area that has a severe threat across South Dakota is only across portions of the southeast, like, areas towards Sioux Falls, obviously near there, between Sioux Falls towards Hot Springs. That's only the regions where we are expecting maybe a few maybe strong to severe storms being possible, is across those locations there. No, that's the only area that's possible there. But anyways, regardless, that is what we are looking at there. So obviously, that's what we're looking at. But anywhere else, we're not expecting severe weather to occur anywhere there. But anyway, so that is what we are looking at. Like I said, the main concern, though, for today is across northeastern Iowa, southeastern Minnesota, as well as southwestern Wisconsin. So that is what we are looking at there at the moment. So, anyways, let's see here. Michael Sterling Or sorry, Michelle Sterling. Sorry about that. Michelle Sterling says here, let's go see. New subscriber, thank you so much. Getting a little thunder here in Mississippi, but no rain. Thank goodness, no tornadoes. Absolutely, for sure. Let's continue here. Good day from Moncton, Maryland. Well, hello there, Sage. Hope you're doing all right. Glad to have you here. Hope you're doing all right here. So like I said, obviously across portions of Maryland, as we were watching across a lot of the mid-Atlantic, including Virginia as well, a few storms could happen. I'll go ahead and show you here really quickly. So storms could happen. A few strong storms could happen. Now, severe storms are not really expected to occur across these locations here. But you can obviously tell here towards, a lot of areas here in Virginia. Some areas here in Maryland. For the most part, Maryland looks relatively clear. But like I said, maybe a few strong storms or a few storms could occur. But for the most part, yeah, they're not supposed to be severe here. Like I said, the main area we're watching today is this dark green and this yellow shaded color here. And like I was saying, guys, we have a new, or relatively, I wouldn't say new, I'd say we have a mesoscale discussion that is in effect here, where this purple counterclockwise rotating, polygon bar thing is at. So this is what we call a mesoscale discussion. Now, what this means is that the National Weather Service Storm Prediction Center is actually considering issuing a severe thunderstorm watch. Now, if we go ahead and take a look here right now at the Storm Prediction Center, you actually see here, here's the main topic about it. This is actually the official page here. You can see where severe potential watch is possible, and they put the possibility, the overall probability of this being issued at a 60% chance probability. So, it has a better chance of happening than not, but like I said, it's still not 100% sure. We're at a 60% chance of it happening here. So that is kind of what we are looking at here at the moment. But yeah, Brady says, is there any cameras near Lookout Mountain? I don't believe that there is. Devin, if you're still here, can you look for some cameras towards Lookout Mountain? I'm not exactly sure if there's any there. But anyway, so yeah. Let's see here. Haven't seen anything like that since 2013. Anyways, so yeah, let's go ahead and switch on back here. So like I said, that's what we're looking at here. So that is what we're paying attention to. So we might need a watch. We're going to continue to watch here. Get it? We'll continue to watch out for a watch. And we'll definitely see what the National Weather Service decides that they want to do here. And what they, or the Storm Prediction Center decides what they want to do here. Here comes a report coming in here from Devin. Once again here, let's go ahead and see this real quick. So we're going to switch over to the Twitter view. Here's a report coming in from Devin here. 66 mile per hour wind gust has been reported here. And this is basically located 3 miles east-southeast of Leroy, Wyoming. This was at 5:40 p.m. local time, so this would be mountain time. So obviously 6:40 central, 7:40 eastern. So this was 22 minutes ago. 22 minutes ago here. So severe thunderstorm wind gusts up to 66 miles per hour has been on my Mesonet has been reported here. So obviously that is considered damaging winds. Absolutely. So yes. So damaging winds is indeed the concern from what we have seen here. Let's see here. Devin says, I'm still here. All right, glad to have you here, Devin. Let's see here. Just got back, Andrew. Okay, good to have you back here. Brady says, it looks like worse around east portion of Chattanooga, I think. Yeah, like I said, towards Tennessee, we actually do have ourselves a severe thunderstorm warning that is in effect here towards the Chattanooga region here. If we grab a look here on the latest radar scan, you can actually see here, for the most part, in the heart of Chattanooga, the storm is relatively east of the majority of Chattanooga here. 12 minutes ago, this will expire here at, let's see here, at 8:15 Eastern or local time here for areas of Harrison, portion here of East Ridge and East Bernard. Like I said, this is what we are seeing here as of now. These are the areas here that's likely going to start to see maybe even some severe characteristics. Like I said, in this case, maybe some, maybe some damaging wind gusts up to 60 miles per hour and maybe even some penny-sized hail. Could be possible. Maybe even penny-sized hail could be possible there. But like I said, 11 minutes ago, not too much longer to go here, so we are looking relatively fine here. Let's see. Another 2 warnings here. Let's go see. I think we have 4 warnings total. Another 2 warnings here. Half of the warnings are here in Colorado. Just southeast here, or relatively east-southeast of Colorado Springs. We have ourselves a big, long, pretty decent cluster here of, along a little bit of a line here of storms on the far eastern side here of Colorado. Like I said, 2 of those are actually severe here. The first one for La Junta, honestly, looks like La Junta might be getting hit pretty daggone hard with this storm here in particular. As we can actually see here, across this pink and blue shaded color here, this is actually where we are likely seeing some hail, as radar is picking up some bigger objects in the atmosphere. In this case, some big old ice chunks is likely what we are seeing there. But anyway, so obviously towards portions of Swink and Rocky Ford as well, or Rocky Ford here as well. So obviously that is what we are watching out for. That is indeed what we are seeing. We have ourselves another warning that's in effect here just north of that. It looks like it's mostly over rural areas here for the most part. Let's see here. For the most part, it looks like. So 60-mile-per-hour wind gusts and half-dollar size hail is a possibility here. Yeah, you can see right here the severe thunderstorm will remain mostly over rural areas here of southwestern Lincoln County and west of Forder. So that's what we're looking at. So like I said, it's mostly over non-populated areas here. Let's see here. Haley says, am I going to be live tomorrow? Because I want you to go live tomorrow. It'll be okay. So tomorrow, I don't think I'm going to be able to go live because I'm actually going to be out of town here. I'm heading down towards Bowling Green tomorrow. I'm going to be there probably all day long. But the day after tomorrow, depending on what happens, tomorrow's Sunday, obviously. Monday, it depends on what happens Monday. We're definitely planning on doing stuff. I'm not going to say complete no. I'm just going to say probably most likely not. But we'll see. We'll see how that goes. Which, like I said, we'll most likely not do one tomorrow. But if we can't tomorrow, we'll definitely be here for you on Monday, for sure. But anyway, so a little update on the cells here in Iowa. These storms are still quite strong here. Like I said, obviously towards Mason City here, towards Hampton. I mean, these areas here have got to prepare for this. Like I said, obviously just as, we obviously got to prepare for this. Let's see here. La Junta is pronounced as La Junta. Oh, okay, so La Junta. Well, thank you for pointing that out there, Ranzo. Greatly appreciate it. Like I said, I'm horrible when it comes to pronunciation. That's just something you guys are going to notice along. If you guys trail along with us for a little bit, as I'm horrible when it comes to town and city names like that. But anyways, so yeah, so we are seeing some pretty daggone strong storms here. There is special weather statements that has been issued for them. I mean, look at this. For 55 to 60 mile per hour winds here included. So it's right there on the verge. It is literally right there on the verge of being severe. It's not there yet, but 5 mile per hour away from being classified as severe, which a severe warning can pop up here at any minute with these storms here. But anyways, areas towards Hampton, portions towards Sheffield, portions here towards Mason City, Osage, and portions of Elkton, Adams, Stewartville. I mean, really anywhere from southeastern portions of Minnesota all the way down to north central Iowa. These locations have really got to be paying attention to. Okay, obviously these locations have really got to keep their eyes out here for. Once again, like I said, north central Iowa into southeastern Minnesota, because that is, we're starting to see some pretty nasty storms move through for the most part. And like I said, obviously these systems are moving eastward, and eventually they're going to be moving towards like La Crosse later on tonight, moving towards like Black River Falls, New Libsyn, and maybe even into portions more up into Wisconsin as we progress down here into the evening hours and maybe even into the overnight hours. That is kind of what we are expecting here. Now, we're still awaiting confirmation. We're still hearing, we're still waiting to see if the National Weather Service is considering a watch here. I'm actually going to update you guys on this. Okay, here's what just happened. Okay, so they still have that mesoscale discussion that's in effect here. So they are still considering issuing a severe thunderstorm watch across these locations here. Like I said, that's what this big old purple spinny thing is. This is basically, like I said, this is a mesoscale discussion. They're thinking about issuing a severe thunderstorm watch here. So that is what we are talking about. So, but regardless, now like I said, if you go ahead and switch over here to the Storm Prediction Center view, you can actually see, let me pull up the mesoscale discussion here, you can actually see they have put a watch possible, basically valid here until 0700. Let's see here, what was that here? 0700. But anyways, so that is kind of what we are seeing. So obviously that, there's a 60% chance. Like I said, obviously there's a 60% chance of seeing this watch being issued here. Like I said, it's not most likely. It's likely since it's over 50%. Obviously it's likely since it's over 50% here. So it's possible. It's definitely a possibility here. We'll definitely continue watching this here, and we'll see. We'll see what they do. We'll definitely see what they do. If something happens, we'll definitely let you know. I mean, obviously you'll definitely see it pop up here. By the way. Anyways, let's go ahead and see here. Weather on the go. What's up, man? Hope you're doing all right. Glad to see you here. Love the haircut, man. Looking good. Well, thank you so much, man. Greatly appreciated. Means a lot. Thank you so much for joining us today. Yeah, I haven't seen you in a little bit, man. Hope you're doing all right. They are also, there's actually a new mesoscale discussion here now for, let's see. Look at this, guys. Look at this. If we switch back to the storm prediction really quickly, there's actually another mesoscale discussion here for eastern Colorado. Look at this. So watch is unlikely, and they put a 5% issuance on that. They're basically just pointing out that strong to severe storms are likely going to happen with these storms here. I mean, like I said, these are the storms that we're actually currently watching here in eastern, like I said, obviously here in eastern Colorado. But like I said, it's just kind of funny how they just threw out that really low probability there, in which you can actually see it right here on the main screen as well. So, but yeah, so we actually have a well better chance of seeing a watch being issued across portions of northern portions of Iowa, into southeastern Minnesota, and maybe even into portions here of Wisconsin. We'll see. We'll see what they do there, and we'll see if the watch gets issued here, which, as of right now, still nothing happening. Now, these storms are very, very strong. They are definitely very, very strong storms. Like I said, they're literally right there next to being classified as severe. As like I said, obviously these damaging wind potentials are getting into the 50 to 55 mile per hour mark, which that is indeed considered very, very strong, and that's getting there right next to severe, which only a few more mile per hour winds will cause this thing to go severe warning into, obviously, a new warning here, which it does look like that is a possibility here. So these areas here have definitely got to watch out for this. Now, like I was talking about, you guys, even these small cells, even these small little guys down to the south, we should still watch these guys too. I mean, even though they don't look like anything crazy right now, even though they don't look anything nuts, they could quickly evolve into something. As like we were looking at the instability in the atmosphere, there's tons and tons of energy in the atmosphere. Like I said, similar to a car, if you don't have any fuel, your car's not going to run. You're not going to get anywhere. If you don't have an engine, how do you expect your fuel to get you places if you don't have an engine? Kind of similar for severe weather along that case. And like I said, if we take a look here back at the current conditions, you can see this is your instability. This is the fuel that's in your tank, like I was talking about here. And like I said, you really need values here over 500, really up to 1,000 to allow for severe storms to kick off here. And just for a little bit of a reference, guys, we have fuel over 5,000 in some of these locations here, according to our RAP analysis, which is nuts, which is actually really, really nuts. We have way overkill amounts of fuel, so we have our fuel tank really filled up and ready to go. And like I said, our engine here, in case of the winds and the wind shear here, from the ground level all the way up to around 3 kilometers here, we have some pretty strong engines. We are seeing, those winds quite strong. This is what organizes the severe storms together. So obviously we're seeing, some of those winds between 30 and 40 knots between, the surface and 3 kilometers up, which, I mean, that's decent. That's definitely enough to cause severe weather to occur. So we obviously have our instability mixing in with our little engine we have going on here. And that is allowing for, obviously, some severe storms to possibly kick off here. So definitely is something that we are watching out here for very, very, very closely. So, but anyway, so yeah, we're going to keep our eye on those conditions here. And like I said, it doesn't take much for one of these little cells to move into that high energy environment and obviously really start to kick off here. So obviously this is a big concern. But yeah, so that is, that is currently what we are watching there. But anyways, you guys, just please be safe out there. You got any questions, let me know. We're here for you guys. I want you guys to be prepared and obviously stay safe here while doing so. And speaking of which, guys, we do have ourselves a severe thunderstorm warning that's in effect here for portions of, let's see here, for Chattanooga. Okay, so this is across portions here of southeastern Tennessee. So let's switch over here towards the Chattanooga area. Regardless, though, we actually have 1 minute on the storm left, so we have 1 minute to go before this warning does get canceled here for areas here towards Harrison, East Bernard, and East Ridge. 1 minute to go. This will expire here at 8:15 local time, 8:15 Eastern time. So not too much longer to go. What the main concerns out of the storm here is obviously some damaging winds, maybe up to 60 miles per hour, and maybe some small hail up to penny size. That's kind of the main concern there. But like I said, this is about to expire here relatively soon, so we're kind of good with that. But like I was saying, though, we have not one but 2 severe thunderstorm warnings in effect for portions here of eastern Colorado as well. The top warning for areas here, mostly over rural areas here, is about to be expired, so we are relatively done with that. But areas here towards La Junta, I forgot who said that. I'm still gonna forget it, by the way. I said La Junta. La Junta, I think that's how you pronounce it there. But anyways, towards the little region there, towards portions of Cherop, portions of Ford, portions here of Ordway as well. So obviously those locations here, we have another warning in effect here for 45 more minutes to go. Obviously until 9 o'clock Eastern, 8 o'clock Central, and 7 o'clock Mountain. Local time, this will be 7 o'clock. This is in the Mountain Daylight Time. So that is kind of what we are looking at here. So we'll go and grab a little scan here. We'll see what's going on with this guy. The main concern out of this storm in particular is actually 60 mile per hour wind gusts and quarter-size hail. But, you know, honestly, I kind of... What just happened here? Are you seeing this? Are you kidding me? Okay, so apparently, if you guys don't know, if you can't see this, if you don't know what's happening... Oh my gosh. Okay, so apparently we got a storm report here at 6:07 Central, 7:07, 8:07 Eastern. Literally just 8 minutes ago, we just got a report of a nearly 90 mile per hour wind gust. 4 miles south of Cheraw in Otterow County, Colorado. A ASOS station, a weather station, has reported an 87 mile per hour wind gust. 87 miles per hour. That is nuts. That is well over... Put this for an example. This is in nearly Category 2 hurricane force winds. Now, like I said, obviously Category 2 has to be like, I think, 95 and higher. But anyways, that is well above into... That's well into the hurricane force winds. And yet they only have this issue for 60 mile per hour wind gusts. I'm going to pull up the velocity on this. I really got to see the radar view on this storm here. This is nuts. Apparently, see, it's kind of hard to tell here. I mean, because obviously the radar view is not far away. I mean, literally the radar is right here. But what the heck? Hold on a minute. Yeah, we really got to watch out for this storm here. So what I'm actually seeing here is, I mean, really nothing along those lines. I don't know if this is an automated report from a non-calibrated weather station. I don't know if it's not calibrated correctly or if it's an automatic report. But regardless, 87 miles per hour is not good. Not good at all. This is right here just north of La Junta. Okay, so yeah, we're going to keep our eyes out for this here. Let's see here. Oh yeah, look at that. They just updated to 90 mile per hour wind gusts and quarter-size hail here. La Junta ASOS measured an 87 mile per hour wind gust. You're in a life-threatening situation, flying debris, maybe this was caught without shelter. Yeah, so in this case, this is actually like tornadic-like wind speeds. I mean, this is obviously, look at this, thunderstorm threat, destructive. It's pretty bad wind threat observed. Let's see here. Let's go ahead and put this in the latest. Yeah, they still haven't they still haven't done that yet. Hasn't updated the polygon, but still, that's... Yeah, like I said, they actually reported an 87 mile per hour wind gust here in eastern Colorado. That is nuts. And like I was saying, you know, the radar that's pretty close to it is not pulling up anything really along those boundaries. I mean, we're only seeing maximum of like 26. Which, obviously, this is not scanning too far from the ground either. Because, I mean, like I said, it's really close to the radar. The radar is just right here. But, I mean, apparently, we got a report coming through here. Like I said, obviously, nearly 90 mile per hour wind gusts. That is very crazy. We actually just got that report of 87 miles per hour here, reported by an ASOS station. So, but if we do read the actual latest warning here, you can actually look here. Like I was saying, though, maximum wind gusts here is 90 miles per hour. And obviously, like I said, this is a tornadic-like wind speed, which can definitely be very, very bad. And in this case, like I said, I would highly recommend getting to your safe spot, where you would usually go for a tornado. Because obviously, in this case, with 90 mile per hour winds, obviously with like 90 mile per hour winds and or upper 80, lower 90 mile per hour wind gusts, yeah, that's definitely enough to cause lots of destruction. I mean, the mobile homes will be completely overturned and tossed like tumbleweeds in that amount of wind gust there. Yeah, this is a very destructive storm we're talking about here. So, there we go. So yeah, that is very, very nuts. And it does look like they did just update this to, like, I can obviously see here. Actually, no, they didn't update it to it yet. But you can still see still 60 mile per hour winds. But like I said, if we look at the warning here, You can obviously see here that they upgraded it to a 90 mile per hour wind gust and quarter size hail, which is, ooh, yeah, that's not very good at all. So we're gonna keep our eyes peeled on that storm here. That's actually the only warning we have going on right now, which is good, I guess. But obviously, none would be better than. Like I said, obviously none would be better than one, obviously for sure. But like I said, the main concern for storms today is across the yellow color here today. It's where that level 2 out of 5 is. Wow, yeah, that's pretty nuts. That's really got me shocked. Not gonna lie. Like I said, 87 mile an hour wind gusts. Can you imagine that? Like, that is nuts. That is nuts. But anyway, so these storms right here across north central Iowa are on the verge of becoming severe. A long time ago, we had a 60 mile per hour wind gust from these storms. So there has been some, obviously some severe characteristics that has been reported in the long range with this. But wow, that is nuts. That's actually really, really crazy, though. But anyway, so yeah. So stretching all the way here from southeastern Minnesota towards Rochester, all the way down to, like, Fort Dodge. That is where we are seeing a line of complex, strong storms ongoing here. Yeah, I'm really going to keep an eye on this one storm now that we just heard about this. Like I said, for the people just now joining us, we're getting confirmation that we have an 87 mile per hour wind gust, well over hurricane force, that was just reported here in southeastern Colorado here. You can actually see here. If you look towards Legenta, you can see, obviously it says 60, but if you look at the warning here, obviously with this report we had too, 87 mile per hour wind gust has been reported by the weather stations here, which is nuts, which is really, really crazy. So this warning is in effect here until 7 o'clock 7 o'clock Mountain Time, which is local to the areas here. This will be 8 o'clock Central, 9 o'clock Eastern. But, I mean, look at this here. Let's see here. If we grab it. Yeah, look at that. So, hazard, 90 mile per hour wind gust and quarter size hail. ASOS reported an 87 mile per hour wind gust here. You're in a life-threatening situation. Flying debris may be deadly to those outdoors. And, like I said, this is near tornadic-like wind speeds. Locations impacted include Legenta, portions of North Legenta, Rocky Ford, Ordway, Swink, Sugar City included, Cherot, portions here of Higbee as well. So any of those locations, you better be ready to go. Because like I said, this is... these are storms you don't want to mess with. I mean, like I said, obviously we literally just got confirmation of a 87 mile per hour wind gust here. I just can't get over that. That's actually really nuts. Weather on the Go says, do I think that it had anything to do with the front range of the Rockies enhancing the wind speed? I don't. It's hard telling. I really need to look at the environmental conditions here in Colorado. I really need a breakdown of what actually was going on here. I mean, to produce something like that, you must have a lot of strong downdraft cape, a lot of decape here, which I'm going to look really quickly. Yeah, I mean, we do have lots and lots of decape here, which is basically that downdraft energy, that cold air that sinks and smacks the ground. Because obviously the warm air goes up, cools down, and sinks back down. So that sinking air is what causes usually those damaging wind gusts here. And if we take a look here at the, like I said, the meso-analysis here across eastern Colorado, you can actually see that we're well in the values here of well over 1,000, which is indeed definitely good enough to produce that type of magnitude. So I just think it's the downdraft energy. I think it's just, I feel like it's underestimated here. Which, yeah, I mean, that's relatively nuts, though. But anyway, so like I said, guys, we got to really watch out for this. Proportions here towards Legenta. Like I said, we just now recorded a 90. Let's see, did they just update this again? Nope, they didn't. Okay, so obviously here, so there's 90 mile per hour winds and quarter size hail. So 90 mile per hour winds is expected with this storm here, as it already has been reported here. Like I said, we already had a 87 mile per hour wind gust that has already been reported out of this, which is absolutely crazy. Absolutely crazy. Yeah, this is, we got to keep our eyes peeled for this here very, very, very closely. And, we'll get you guys covered here. We'll make sure that you all stay up to date here. Like I said, obviously, That's new. They just updated this right here. Anyways, we got something in the Atlantic we're going to be paying attention to. Probably not today, but maybe another day. It's still pretty far out. I'm still learning more information on that tropical system, that potential tropical system here. We have a new system here in the Eastern Pacific, which we'll talk about more probably either probably tomorrow. Or actually, no, I can't really. We'll see about tomorrow. And obviously into maybe even into like I said, maybe even into Monday here. But yeah. So that is kind of what we are talking about, my friends. So you guys, I think we might as well, like I said, I think that's kind of what we're going to see here for today. So I tell you what, we're going to go ahead and head on the break here for a little bit. Or actually, I think we might as well probably end the live stream here relatively soon. I actually have a lot of things I need to get done here today. So, but like I said, I feel like we got a good amount of weather coverage in for today, just to kind of show you guys, where these severe storms are expected here. Where the severe storms are possible. I want to go ahead and say a special thanks to all of you guys for helping us out. Thank you for all of you guys supporting the channel here. You guys absolutely rock. Thank you all so much for being here. Like I was saying, a special thank you, seriously goes to obviously Brian, Taniel, Sarah as well. Big shout out goes to Taniel and Brian and all them today. And so once again, thank you guys, including Sarah. Thank you all for helping us out today with all that stuff. With Tanya becoming a Category 4 member, thank you so much for that. Greatly, greatly appreciated. And stuff like that. But yeah, so I think that's going to go ahead and cover it for today here. Like I said, I have some things I got to get done here for today, obviously, before the sun goes down and stuff like that, which is getting there. It's already 8:30, so, but yeah. So, you know what I might do later? I might make a quick little update video for you guys. It's not going to be a long video. But I'll probably make a quick little update video for you guys on the tropics and stuff like that, just to inform you of what we expect as of now. So like I said, if you guys are new to the channel, consider hitting that subscribe button, guys. It'll be greatly appreciated. You guys absolutely rock. You guys are the best. Brady says, thanks, Andrew. You're very welcome, man. That is what I am here for. You better know it. You better know that is what I am here for. But anyway, so there is something I do want to show you guys here really quickly. Like I said, obviously here is our stream if you guys do want to check all this stuff out here. Here's obviously the chat. If you guys do want to help support the channel, we have ourselves our little super chat option here. If you guys do want to say something to the channel here, if you guys do want to help support our channel, we have multiple options here. If you guys do want to help us out, paying for radar and stuff like that. I'm just saying, if you guys do want to help us out with this, it's there. I'm just telling you, it's there. If you guys do want to help us out, we also do have ourselves our memberships too. If you click on the memberships here, you can see our different list of options here. We have ourselves Tropical Storm all the way to Category 5. But that's not it. We have a bunch of other cool stuff here. We have our merchandise store. If we take a look at that here really quickly, you can see, including the shirt I'm wearing here, we actually have on there. Bunch of cool stuff. A lot of different shirts here in different colors if you guys do want to check all that stuff out here as well. Really, really cool stuff. If you guys do want to check out the merch store, all of that stuff is there as well. Now, if you guys do want to, if you wanted to do donations, but like I said, obviously, if you wanted to do it just through PayPal alone, we also do have another link here that leads to PayPal, which is a different donation link here with the little merch button. If you guys want to go to the merch store, that's there as well. And yeah, if you want to become a member, also that link's there as well. Right there. And we also have our Discord. Guys, join our Discord if you guys do have it. We talk about severe weather and all kinds of stuff. We hang out there. If you guys do want to check out our Discord, it's also there. Twitter, all the kind of stuff there is there. But once again, guys, like I said, if you do want to help out the channel, if you guys do want to help us out with stuff and like radar programs and stuff like that, because unfortunately it does cost a lot of money to keep the radar program. But if you guys would like to help support that and stuff like that, you guys can click on that little dollar sign icon. Anything helps, guys. Greatly, greatly appreciate it. I do appreciate all your support. Thank you all for being here. If you're new to the channel, hit that subscribe button, guys. Be greatly, greatly appreciated. You guys absolutely rock. You guys are the best here. And, like I said, obviously, thank you all for being here. You guys are the best here. And if you have any questions, like I said, reach out to me. That's what we're here for. We're here for you guys. And obviously, I want you guys to stay up to date and stuff like that. But anyways, y'all, thank you so much for today's, obviously for hanging out with us for today. That's going to go ahead and wrap it up for today's coverage here for today. Obviously, if it was a higher risk, we would be live longer. Like I said, obviously, we are still expecting severe weather to occur today. The main concern is mostly just some damaging winds, maybe some hail. Luckily, tornadoes is not a concern. Obviously, if tornadoes was a concern, we'd probably not be heading off right now. Like I said, I obviously have some things I got to get done too and stuff like that. But I'm just thankful. I'm just thankful that we were able to be live here for the 2.5 hours that we were. And obviously, like I said, special thanks. Goes to Sarah. Thank you so much for for the super chat. Same thing for Brian. Thank you, Taniel, for the super chat and your personal member, and obviously the gifting the members and stuff like that. Greatly appreciated, my friend. Thank you all so much. For all of your support. I really cannot say it enough. You guys absolutely rock. I really do appreciate all of your support. I mean, really, just you guys being here means a lot to me. It really does. But guys, so expect severe weather to continue today across portions here of eastern Wyoming, eastern portions of, like I said, they actually just got rid of that mesoscale discussion too. So they're not considering issue that watch anymore. So another reason why we can probably head off here. Now, like I was saying though, let's actually see real quickly. 70-mile-per-hour wind gusts, so yeah. But anyway, so that is what we are seeing. So like I said, obviously eastern Wyoming, eastern portions of Colorado, through Nebraska, north, pretty much the northern edge here of Iowa, southern Minnesota, as well as central and western Wisconsin. That is kind of what we are seeing there. So we expect some more severe weather, or severe weather over the next several hours, possibly even into the midnight hours here, into the overnight hours here for tomorrow. So that is what we are seeing here. So, but once again, guys, thank you all for being here. Greatly appreciated. You guys absolutely rock. Thank you all for being a part of this here, and it really does mean a lot. Thank you guys for just hanging out with us for today. But guys, that's gonna go ahead and do it. That's gonna go ahead and wrap up the coverage here for today. Hope you all have a wonderful rest of your night. Like I said, I don't think we'll be able to go live tomorrow because I'm heading out of town. I'm going down towards Bowling Green, Kentucky. But Monday, if we can't tomorrow, then Monday for sure. I don't know how long I'm going to be gone tomorrow. I'm going to try to do something tomorrow for you guys. Like I said, I'm thinking about making a video later on tonight, a quick little brief update on the tropics, just to let you guys know what's going on there. But yeah, so that is kind of what we are seeing. But guys, thank you so much for being a part of this. Greatly appreciated. Hope you all have a wonderful rest of your Saturday night. And I hope you guys have a wonderful rest of your weekend as well. Thank you guys for joining us tonight. That's going to wrap it up for today's coverage. And I'll catch you guys in the next one. Take care, you guys. Special thanks once again goes to Sarah, Taniel, and basically Brian as well for helping out the channel. You guys rock. Thank all of you guys for subscribing. Thank you guys for liking. It means a lot, guys. And all right, guys. We'll catch you all here for maybe tomorrow. Obviously, the video tonight, so expect that. And obviously, like I said, obviously for tomorrow, possibly. Not exactly sure. But guys, thank you for joining us. And I will see you guys tomorrow. Peace out, guys. Take care. Have a great weekend.
For Tuesday night, clear. Lows in the upper 50s. Wednesday, sunny. Highs in the mid-80s. For Wednesday night, mostly clear. Lows in the upper 50s. Thursday, mostly sunny. Highs in the lower 80s. For Thursday night, partly cloudy. Lows in the upper 50s. Friday, mostly sunny. Highs in the lower 80s. For Friday night, partly cloudy. Lows in the lower 60s. Saturday, mostly sunny. Highs in the mid-80s. Now here is the hazardous weather outlook for portions of southeast Minnesota, northeast Iowa, and southwest into central Wisconsin. For tonight, flood watch into Sunday morning. Showers and storms producing moderate to heavy rain. Several inches of accumulation expected, which will result in localized flooding, potentially widespread if storms repeat over locations. A few stronger storms possible this evening over northeast Iowa. Small hail and stronger wind gusts the threats. And now the extended outlook for the period Sunday through Friday. Showers and storms Sunday producing periods of heavy rain. A few additional inches of accumulation possible, which may result in localized flooding. Spotter information statement, rainfall and flooding reports are appreciated. Emergency management coordination, no webinar is scheduled. This is a summary of hazardous weather for the La Crosse and Winona listening area. A flood watch is in effect from 10 p.m. Saturday until 10 a.m. Sunday for Alameda, Buffalo, Crawford, Houston, Jackson, La Crosse, Monroe, Trempealeau, Vernon, and Winona counties. For more information, go to weather.gov/La Crosse. And now a look at your forecast for the La Crosse area. Late this afternoon, mostly cloudy with a 50% chance of showers. Heat index readings around 95. South winds around 5 miles an hour. For tonight, showers and thunderstorms. Some thunderstorms may produce heavy rainfall. Lows around 70. Northeast winds around 5 miles an hour shifting to the southeast after midnight. Chance of precipitation 90%. Highest heat index readings around 95 in the evening. Sunday, not as warm. Cloudy. Showers and numerous thunderstorms in the morning, then a chance of showers and thunderstorms in the afternoon. Some thunderstorms may produce heavy rainfall in the